Oh my god. Welcome to the stage, everybody, for the second time. Um uh like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if this content will be as peak as Yi Sang's. I really hope it is. But right now Yi Sang takes the cake for the best story wise. Um I'm not sure where to put Ishmael yet. I don't know if I'm gonna put her above or below Sinclair's story. I can't decide yet. But yeah. Thank you, Keo. And I'm sure I'm sure you didn't hear what I when I asked, but how many cats do you have, Keo? Yes, the breakening begins. It seems to me this Kanto is gonna be breaking Heathcliff like a twig, and I'm here for it. I don't not like Heathcliff. It's just that Heathcliff's like actions. I do not condone a lot of Heathcliff's actions. I don't know if, as you can tell in the previous streams, like Heathcliff is like, just because he shows a lot of personality. Heathcliff is somewhere like in the top middle of my rankings. I got one and a bird. Why do you have a bird? What kind of bird? I was gonna say, if anyone here would have a cat profile picture, it should have been Mirai. Probably because Mirai has I think 10 cats. You know what? You're probably one of those cats, so I'm guessing the bird is the cat's pet, which is your pet. The prediction. Heathcliff is British and British. You'll know why he was so aggressive at the start. Okay, so there's a reason why he's like this. I thought having 2 cats was a lot. I think having 4 is a lot. 3 is borderline. I got no idea. It's a cute little bird I call Kiwi. Why don't what kind of birds are why don't you call it Telopsis? And you know, if I ever have a bird, I'm gonna call it Telopsis. Wait, is Telopsis an owl? I think I remember y'all saying something like this. Come back, Heath, to the manor where the last vestige of its beauty remained in its violet flowers, to the manor where its storm-broken breach has siphoned all that was once warm. I hope you guys don't mind me reading along with it. To the manor that gave you not only life, but also scorn and desolation. What the hell is that? To the manor where your place was the frozen corner that couldn't be further from the hearth. What is my title? So I was gonna say that I The heartbreakening, the heath, the heath. The hearth. The hearth stealing it. I forgot what it was now that I think. But I was gonna say something about the hearth, but that would have been a good. I should have kept that one. Yo, not every story reads. They just snipe the skip buttons. Well, I like. Yeah, I'm sure y'all already know, but I like to me what I like about games is getting engrossed and like engrossed in the story. I'm a like the reason why is because the story like hey COD no COD may have shit gameplay sometimes or a lot of the times, but damn like the early 2000s up until 2020 2021 they had some peak storytelling. Okay, at least the story. Yeah, return from the moors. It's time for you to come home. And because of that, I would like to play Near Automata. Awful game, but good story. Glances at FGO. Really? Oh wait, yeah, no, yeah. So I played a little bit FGO. I just couldn't keep up with the gameplay. The gameplay was just it made me fall asleep. When it say Regis, but when it comes to fights, he people center and it works somehow. It works because it works. Okay, Manu. So this is what T Corp's nest looks like. I had a little trouble making it past the nest's borders. I guess my concerns were unfounded. Okay, wow. Okay, there is so much saturation in this Canto. Is it weird to say I think Ishmael looks prettier here? Although I do love her vibrant red hair. But for some reason this speaks to me. I don't know why. It works because it's bland. People center my best friend. That is snowflakes, Eugene, not dandruffs, okay? Well, somehow we made it through this nest checkpoint without any trouble. Tis nothing forsooth, such wild complications. Oh, compliments are unnecessary, says I. The hell is a snow? Me in a country where there's no snow? Really, Eugene? Okay. So, we barely, like, where I live, I barely get any snow. We get like cold, we just get frozen rain, that's it, but no snow. It's only fictional if you think it is. Wild, like Wild Hunt. But we didn't say anything. In my country, there is snow, but never near any residential. What the heck? Y'all got cold weathers, but more Limbus, no more. Hey, I need a Like freaking Mechanist made me want to rip my hair out. You can't convince me otherwise. She's grown so much. I don't know about that one, Rodian. I don't know about that one. Saying Dawn has grown, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, she's grown in the way that she learned her lesson, but that was after a beating. Eugene, the only thing this girl is growing in is her pitch, or like not pitch, in her volume of voice or speech. Then hey, you know, let's finish this real quick. Everyone seems awfully relaxed for having just entered a different nest. I guess everyone's gotten used to this by now. Humdrum routine. I guess it'd be the word. I guess they'd be the words to describe the general sentiments among the sinners. Have a good one, Mirai. Also, make sure you keep Keo fed. I'm sure Keo's one of your cats that keeps a parrot or something. Hey, I'm here for the story, Eugene. Except for one, that is. You know what's funny? Heathcliff is mirroring Ishmael. It said like Heathcliff isn't anxious and worried. Well, he's anxious and worried, but he's not like yelling and like he's not scared worried. He's like, well, actually, he's probably scared worried. They have still they're mirroring each other right now. No, Eugene, hell no. Wait. Yeah, I am never shipping those two. If I'm gonna ship anything, it's gonna be me and Ish, okay? I like the mirroring of those two. Yeah, me too. Oh, thank you, Eugene. Thank you for the what is it? Was super chat, right? Super chat. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Eugene. Eugene is gonna buy their way to number one chat. You Eugene is buying. Oh, wait a minute. You go straight to number one. What the fuck? Wait, you actually go straight to number one. How does that, like, what the we're shipping Heath and Ish before Canto VI. Oh my god, Princeps, really? No. Dante and Ish, or as me and Ish. Skill is resolved. What the heck? The power of employment. I'll take that soon. I mean, at least they just. Yeah. It helps. It helps me. Money towards the PC. Chat today. Today I had 3 different times. I had. My PC has been acting like shit, even like shitter than shit for the last 2 days at least. In every game he plays. Oh my god. You coming to H3 just peek it. No, I noticed that, Princeps, and I feel like they're trying to push a ship here, but I'm not for it. No. That should have been me. We're headed to the place called Wuthering Heights next, right? Don't worry, I can always fish the fish again. I will hammer a hole in that ship, Princeps. I will be clinging on the side of a ship with my hammer, trying to pry it open in the side. I could tell from Heath's glum expression that his mind was weighed down by all kinds of complicated concerns. Let's move on, shall we, Eugene? Let's move on. Yeah. Though his eyes were staring at the moving scenery past the windows, his mind was affixed on something that his eyes couldn't see. Something that lay beyond the building walls. How about this, Eugene? I give you permission to look down upon Manu. wherever you take your seat, wherever you stand from, I'll just make Manu lay down right under you. How about that? So that you can look down on Manu. Well, Eugene has number 1 right now, so unless you have number 1, Manu, you can look down upon Eugene. Wuthering Heights. Feels like a hollow victory. Eugene, there is always something. You can always find something out of nothing. Okay, Eugene, remember that. I shall say no more, no less. That manor must have been built on one windy hill, huh? Yeah, bloody wuthering like its namesake. Not a single corner of that place gave any comfort. Okay. Wuthering Heights? Wuthering Heights? Wuthering Waves? Wuthering Heights. So the name Wuthering comes from like all the storm hitting upon, I guess. Can you have Dawn instead as a prize stage? Oh, can I? No, Eugene. The closest you can get is either Otis or Ryushu. You only gain 25 XP 3 times per half an hour, so spamming doesn't work. Wait, how do you know that, Kyo? Heathcliff's voice carries an unusually dark tone. The other sinners on the bus noticed this and began chatting him up. A return to one's homeland must bring forth quite the tangled mass of emotions. Homeland, well, I wasn't born here, I was raised here. I suppose that could still count as a homeland in a way. So what is this, an orphanage? Not like an orphanage manor? I counted a while ago. Oh, okay. I pray on Eugene's downfall. But it doesn't conjure in me the same thing that a homeland is supposed to. But it doesn't conjure. Well, it's just a normal manner. Okay. But it doesn't conjure in me the same thing that the homeland is supposed to. Okay. That is to say, you know it. Do you how many times I imagined it, played it out in my head, returning to that bloody manor, smashing every little thing in that place to bits until there is nothing left. Okay, so you'll smash everything in bits, then what? Do you really learn nothing from watching what I went through at the lake? I did learn something. If I ever lose the plot and push myself to the brink of no return, I trust that one of you louts will pull me right out of it. And he's referencing the end of the canto where he pulls Ishmael out of whatever goop she's from or whatever. And we don't need to come back to that point. I'll be in it for a few hours. I don't know. Is that okay? Is that okay with you, Manu? Are you okay with that, Manu? To be ignored? Are you giving us permission to beat the sense back into you? Yeah, if that's what it takes. It's funny how beating the sense back into him, yet he's the one with the huge ass bat to beat people with. Interesting. How far are we allowed to go with bodily harm? An amputation? Nerve mutilation? Wow. Okay. Smack his head really hard. I agree with Sinclair. This is the best we can get. Alright, you cheeky bastards. Seriously, this ain't an invitation. Use me as your emotional punching bag. I'm not in the mood to. It's funny how Sinclair was kind of smiling at that one. 3 times to keep edging. 3 times to keep edging, Manu. Still, I think your present self can do this, Heathcliff. Your present self. Your present self is deprived. You're poor and you don't have anything left. Okay, what the fuck is this, Honglu? What? Poor? Right now you're skipping past the pleasure. Is going straight into personal insults. Yeah, I think you took my words the wrong way. Hong Lu is far from the most talkative, sir, but when he does speak, he usually has something insightful to say. I'm kind of a little bit interested in Hong Lu's like Kanto. Do we have like any info like what Kanto this guy's will be? Don't give him ideas. No, since he never says it in a way that's immediately obvious, his words are very prone to misunderstandings. Fuck, it's... Just forget I asked that question. Just forget I asked that question. In a way, we're all deprived, and that can change a lot of things. Maybe there are things that we can understand only when we are left with nothing. You know what? I need to find every instance, like every time we do a Limbus stream. For the last 3 times, I think I've asked that question, and I need to find that. Those points in the stream so I can like make a short of it and just like I'm definitely not forgetting. We already went through this conversation. The middle never forgets. And how we live, Lament mentions Hong Lu being a natural-born genius. Have I heard that one yet? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson? Oh, no, 53. No, old man, no. I am 25 young, okay? Doth that poverty explain our current unsightly lack of colorfulness? And man, Dawn really doesn't like being a shade of monotone. Sage, I got Dawn Claire, Magic Bullet, Otis. Oh, we both have I have them too, GG. That's what song I heard, right? What? And of Selva Oscura? I'm sorry, are you referencing a bleach finishing move? I beat Ricardo and my Don Quixote looked mournfully at everything around her, then at herself. She sounded like she was about to cry. That's what I was thinking. Like, that's literally what I was thinking. I bet you're learning. Prologue name. To learning. Okay, go. You have a productive learning experience. This is the prologue. Selva Oscura. Wait, so I don't remember a song playing in the prologue. Negative middle. He always forgets. Everything had been drained of color since the moment we entered T-Corp through the back streets. It feels like even more of our colors have been taken away since then. No, they weren't this dark in the last intermezzi. I was wondering when we'd bring that up. Maybe we'll get our colors back soon. They ungremlin our gremlin? No. They can never ungremlin the gremlin, no matter how hard they try. They can never ungremlin the gremlin. The gremlin is gonna jump right back up. I know they're not. Isn't this, but there are other candidates for the cross-line line. Anyways, moving on from that. Okay, yeah, I don't understand that conversation. Or so I thought, like 10 hours ago. Are we gonna be colorless forever? Are we gonna be stuck in this gloomy hue for the rest of our lives? Seriously, nothing looks tasty in this sepia hue. I'm starting to lose even my will to live. Carry on. What? Wait. Where is this, Manu? If that we believe in, yeah, it just doesn't make sense for me. Everything in that sickly brown hue, guys. Even meat looks downright rot in this color. In the song page, the lines from the opening song. Yeah, have I heard that? I don't think I have. That's a bit of an overreaction, isn't it? Oh, and what about those guys? They've got color in their clothes. The lyrics do seem to match up with the characters a little. I never realized the lyrics were referring to the center. Yeah, it's with the animat stage. It's the Millie song. It's from the prologue. Driven by the cityscape. Did I watch the prologue? I don't think I watched the prologue. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember listening to this. Did I listen to this? An annoyed look, Rhodia gestured towards the people outside the bus. A sufficient amount of payment must be made in order to retrieve your colors. It must be emphasized that this question has been repeatedly answered on 23 separate occasions. Man, that sounds familiar, right, chat? At the end of the prologue, you also hear an instrumental version of it in the title screen before entering the game. The ones of you got a Canto VI do match. We get it later. Yeah. So, chat, I was wanting to do this after I finish all the cantos, right? I want to go back and listen to the songs, and I want to read their lyrics and see how they how they connect to the center. EA Games, they were in charge of a district. Well, let me have a gander. His coat, his trousers. That bloke's not even that loaded. He's only trying to come off as though he is. Real talk, spare no cash to get every single color back, even to their trivial trinkets like the rims of their glasses.
히스클리프 씨도 이곳에 살고 있을 동안은 계속 색을 보지 못한 상태였나요?
We can do that too. We can do that too, Manu. We don't pay for the color DLC. Did you also have to live with that color when you lived here, Heathcliff? No, the manor had some color, yeah, though it was still far from vibrant. Agreed, this is the color of shit. Blood should have remained red. I mean, Ryushu's eyes is, They have some color, I think. That poor sod's going to get himself jumped wandering around with that look. Not just enough color to invite the bandits, but not enough to keep them away. Immediately what happens after he says that? They're the next red gaze, and she might as well be. Predicting came true soon enough. Several thieves surrounded the bloke who's only trying to come off as though he's loaded and bashed him on the back of his head. Ran his fade, yeah. A bunch of shameless villains they are. Preying on a weak civilian like a pack of hyenas. Are they what you would call a gang? I don't know why, chat, but I feel like my rendition of Don Quixote is just Mickey Mouse or something. They wore his Jordans. The gang of T-Corp have certainly seen better days. I wouldn't even call them a gang. They're just real lives running out of time. That silencer scum like him couldn't even dare to infest the streets so brazenly. There are gangs that aren't scummy. Of course, the gang I was in would never dogpile on some poor unarmed bloke like that. So I assumed Heathcliff was part of like a royal family or a rich family, right? But I guess he grew up. Maybe he grew up in a gang and then he was adopted to show him the ways. But the ways was not showing him. So he took his own path, which is now me or something. Try saying ting tang gang what? Okay, I don't know if I want to try ting tang gang leader, ting tang gang leader, ting tang gang. I don't know. That's as fast as I can say it. Oh, we have vroom vroom sound effects. I don't get it. I hope I didn't summon like a thug ghost or anything. But we have vroom vroom sound effects, chat. Karen wants to vroom vroom. Can't vroom vroom with a roadblock. Well, there isn't much point in waiting for the searching to resolve itself. Virgilus finally spoke up after quietly listening in on our discussion for the last few minutes. Take care of them before Don Quixote starts making a fuss about it. Oh, an enactment of justice. I thank thee. I from Honglun. Summoning Ting Tang gang leader Honglu. He's really starting to get the hang of this, huh? I can see Don Quixote jumping out of the bus, Naruto running with her spear behind her. To apprehend the ruffians. Release the dawn.
소재가 준비됐소. 말뚝을 쑤셔 넣어주죠. 불로 정화하고.
We want Sinclair to always be last. Wait, you gets. This one's ours. Looks like you lot are running low on time as well. Tough luck, we've only got 30 minutes ourselves. Oi, maybe they're one of the dead rabbits or something. 30 minutes? 30 minutes or what? Ain't possible. The old dead rabbits and their vigilante ways are no more. All they do nowadays is staring at you funny from behind those odd masks. What are you? Bollocks, we don't got time for this. Let's kill him quick. Oh dang, the music. Ugh. It's not bad, it's just unsettling at some points of it. They began rushing at us with bloodshot eyes, not giving Heathcliff time to even finish his sentence. So I'm guessing if they I don't know. I don't have information about the time thing. Is this just me, or does like the fighting looks a little cleaner? And faster? No, the speed, I think the speed has definitely gone up. The colors were holding you back? I guess that's one way of looking at it. Jesus! Like, now that it's faster, it looks cleaner, and it makes Sinclair look like he hits harder. Your PC just having good luck. Don't jinx me, Manu. Don't jinx me. Oh jeez, oh man, this looks better from last time. Although I did like the slow, like I like the slower pace of before, because I could see the hits better. But the way it just looks now makes it look a lot better than before. Like the connection of the hits looks cleaner. Oi. Nice hat you've got there. Where'd you get it? I'll say please take everything. Sorry, chat. Take everything. Take as much as you want. Here's my watch. How are you faring in Orlando for now? Orlando. I guess that's there's one name for it. I mean, we're breezing through. Sir Heathcliff. Heathcliff was looming over the man with growling threateningly. He certainly fit the look of a villain from this particular angle. As I was just complimenting him for his sharp fashion choice, the lad's overreacting. This is literally everything I have. I don't got any money for ransom, even if you were to kidnap me. Please don't kidnap me. I've got family. They're all waiting for me to come home. The man we inadvertently saved from the hands of thieves was shuddering and screaming incoherently, almost to an unnatural degree. And we were still not out of the dark alleyways where other thieves might be waiting to get the jump on us. The hell is this racket? Oh. Whoa, what do we have here? I think I'm seeing loads of time rolling in right before us. 10 minutes. No, we'll take 5 minutes. 2. We'll take 5 minutes too. Hand it over now. Why does every fellow here so obsessed with time? If you don't give it up willingly, we'll have to kill you all and take that clock for ourselves. Wait, me? I'm finding myself in dangerous situations without me even actually entering them myself. Oh, that, ooh. It's harder to follow Ryushi when she makes her shots, but like, it looks clean. For a second, I thought she was gonna shoot Sinclair. You know, honestly, Otis shooting Sinclair for payback in like corroding all the time, I don't mind. You know, for a tank, Ishmael does do a lot of damage. Zweimail is just that good. I was just gonna say maybe it's because we have a fish tank, you know. I mean, it's because we have a fish tank, and that's even without using the boss from our guard. I only use their guards and their their horses whenever there's a boss battle, so we don't see it often. Only on the boss battle. quiet or you'll attract even more of them to us. I'm feeling generous today. Wonder who will be a lucky winner. Who will be a lucky winner? What do you mean? Shut your gob right now or we'll feed you to the meat grinder back at our rickety cannibal bus. Is that clear? Oh, okay. Oh, nice, Eugene. Thank you for the gift to whoever that goes to. Oh, it's pretzel. Well, pretzel. I think you're our first actual member of the Sages Gaming. So where your masturbating I could have said that better. Tag proudly. Are we gambling? P plus enter gambling. Russian roulette. Yeah, there's that. Guess the RNG gods didn't bless the active chatter. I shall be AFK once again. How come I don't have that option enabled? What option, Manu? Then you're not here to kidnap me? No, I don't even know how many times we've told you. Of course not, indeed, for we are the fix just man, like Don Quixote is having like a identity crisis. She's trying so hard not to say it. Oh, you have to turn the option on? I didn't know that. The passers-by of justice, Sir Heathcliff, here can be rather brutish in his manner of speech, that is all. Right, passer-by of justice. So why are they asking us for time, not money? Is time just another commodity to be sold and bought here? Guys, is it just me again? The T-Corp pamphlet guide, did no one really... Man, I like how Ishmael is just like actually going through the... She's taking her due diligence while everybody's just like rolling with the flow like a roly-poly. They aren't supposed to reveal their affiliation. What? Who are our enemies? 53. Ishmael's eyes start to glaze over once again. She may have been the only sinner who bothered to read up on our destination. In T-Corp. Oh, okay. Yi sang already. A lot of adventurers, so she always feels like she has to come prepared. Same-ish, same. That they're from Lucifer, so don't almost. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, like yeah. I feel like Dawn is like me sometimes. Also known as Time Track Corporation. Its citizenry utilizes timepieces as personal identification. They off trade with time instead of physical currency. Their means of transaction done via the timepiece they carry. Most laborers in these lands are rewarded for their efforts with time. I'll let it slide this time. So is this going to be a problem? Otis is the only one of us who carries a watch. Oh, you mean her broken wrist watch? I always thought that wearing a stopwatch was a neat fashion statement. It's broken. No, T-Corp sounds terrible. I don't like this place already because of the saturation. It's not a fashion item. It never was. How insolent of you to assume. Right, I've been meaning to ask, what got you so freaked out about a kidnapping earlier? Of indiscriminate kidnapping going around these T-Corp streets. These are abandoned streets, so when I saw a dozen or so people running around together, I was scared that you guys might be the infamous kidnapping syndicate or something. We need more details. I want the who, when, where, what, how, and why. Proceed. People have been going missing around here. This kind of became the last known location for a bunch of missing people. Everyone became a shut-in during the foggy days because they don't want to get kidnapped. My ass could not have enough time ever. That too, Iris. Look, even on the front page of this T-Times newspaper here, mysterious kidnapping fear sweeps district. Not even a single body found. I can keep reading if you want. Marshal Rhodey and Don Quixote began enthusiastically reading the sensationalized titles and the attached articles on the newspaper he showed us. 4-hour days for us. What are you doing for the rest of those hours, Manu? Sleeping? I gotta check out that award-winning eatery. It's not so far from where we are. Also, are those 4 hours of watching me suffer in Limbus in the boss fight? So the time retrieval fixers have said as such in these interviews. Are you guys even reading the same article? That's right, there's a lot less people around here than I remember. This street used to be packed with workers headed to their factory job and vendors selling their useless trinkets. It's never been this empty. Tease Court makes your days slower. Make your days slower? I don't know if I would want that. Well, maybe. Making your days slower? I actually know what, maybe? Maybe that sounds good. The center street of T-Court was thick with fog. The bustling crowd from Heathcliff's memories nowhere to be seen. Maybe the lack of color made the fog appear even thicker. I knew the kidnapping rumor we heard when we were working on the Blade Lineage case. Missing people. Maybe they really is a messed up kidnapping, human trafficking syndicate roaming this area. Never heard of such syndicates strutting about this place back when I lived here, at least. It is a statistical impossibility for a human trafficking syndicate to leave zero evidence behind. They'll go into more detail later on. Okay. Oh yeah, you'll learn about it in the upcoming intervalos, don't worry. So in the outside world, it still lasts 24 hours. But for you, it's 4 hours. Wait, are you saying living in T Corp is it? Their days are 4 hours, but the NES makes it slower. So in essence, it's 24 hours. Especially if this syndicate is a prolific to the point of indirectly discouraging the public from leaving their homes, a body or two will inevitably be found. If they really don't leave any bodies, then maybe it's worse than just your usual murders. It'll be more dangerous the more we look into it. If it's not just another violent tragedy, then maybe there's more than this than we think. Maybe there's some powerful organizer pulling the strings. You know, that's a lot of conjecture to make just from the fact that no bodies have been found. The night in the back streets. A single sweep from those sweepers leaves nothing behind. Every trash in the back streets, including corpses, is completely cleaned up. Alright, they cleaned up even the corpses, yeah. Of course, it's kind of scary that they clean up more than just trash. Yeah, the idiot sweepers really freaked Sinclair out for a while. That's because Rhodey kept making funny noises and sweeper impressions at me every night. TKT. What's TKT? A mysterious case of missing persons. The streets shrouded in thick, heavy fog. It's almost as if we're in the middle of some scary urban legend. Not that I'm scared, not at all. Twink Claire is like... You know, I thought I was hoping Twink Claire would get like a personality update after his Kanto, but I guess this is just him. Time killing time was a really interesting. Okay, so it's time killing time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, his nervous laugh. Don't force yourself to laugh, Sinclair. I don't like this at all. We're this scared so soon after entering the nest. This is perfect. I won't accept this slander. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I thought you would have a personality update. That's it. Anyone seems to be on edge thanks to the upsetting story we had earlier. I know what to do. Hey Heathcliff, that invitation, can you read it out loud for us again? It'll be a good idea to remind ourselves of our current mission. Besides, I could use a refresher myself. It's just an invitation. There ain't anything special about it. The only folded invitation Heathcliff produced from his pockets completely betrayed his attempt at appearing aloof. It was folded with such tender care that it almost resembled a neat paper craft. He cleared his throat. Sometime later, please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. And? Bollocks. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting, Kathy. There was things like what I had in mind when I asked him to read that letter. What are we, a party crowd at some dive bar? That was what we were going for? I knew that this would happen. I ain't even mad. Besides, all she said is that she'd be waiting. She never said she missed me or wanted to see me. She basically said that without saying it. So funny how this place is just straight up London and worse than some other nest. That remain like I agree with the London part, but like I'm not sure about the other nest comment. Come on, bud. Just look at it. Look at the way she wrote it. Let me see. Some sinners gather in a circle like they're doing a literary analysis of the invitation letter. Maybe I was reading too much. They're like school kids open their first love letters. Excuse me, Sinclair? Were you never ever interested in those things, Sinclair? I was a good, diligent student. The only thing I ever cared about were my textbooks and the school lectures. Yeah, I can see that. Sinclair, thy countenance appear to be turning rosy again. But last time I said it's genetics. How can you tell? With all the saturation, man, Sinclair hiding behind Rhodey is it's something that I thought about, but never expected to see. What about you, Dante? Oh, never mind. Hey, what's with that oddly sorry look on your face? The manager has no need for your sympathy. I'm certain that there are those who appreciate their unique appearance. Is it not odd? Sinclair was too focused on Damien, or Cromer. You ain't slick, Sinclair. Please just say you want to be behind her too. You may. I disagree to. I agree to disagree. Alpha. What does odd and Yi Sang have to do with each other? I can't defend you anymore. What, that someone actually wrote Heathcliff a love letter?
이상 씨,
Oh my, you saying that is such a rude thing to say. You saying puns? I can't. Sinclair X Cromer is not real. It's real to me. If there was any ship that I would let one of the sinners go on, it'd be Sinclair and Cromer. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. It'd be me and Cromer. Odd, ideal, I'll pronounce Yi Sang in Korean. Okay, I knew about the ideal part, but I didn't know about the odd. So how would you say ideally odd in Korean? Wouldn't that be Yi Sang or something? It's real to me. No, I had no intention of lying such crass sentiments to. Just kidding, Yi Sang. Just kidding. I was actually thinking the same thing. Since we're not looking for a Labarmy Corp branch of T Corp, since we're heading to this Wuthering Heights Manor instead, Sage simping himself with Ish and Cromer. Who else now? Faust, Rhodey, Ryushu. I can get down with the Ryushu. Dawn. I won't say Otis because Otis feels a little mommy to me, you know? You know what I mean? Same for ideal, weird, odd, weird, strange, that's all. Okay, and mirror. Okay, of course. I suppose that's where we'll find the golden bow. That was precisely what I had intended to convey, Miss Ishmael. Thank you for bringing that up. I was starting to get tired of being the bringer of unpleasant news. Now he's saying yeah or something, but yeah. Do not put me in this. We know you are under depression. Head to Wedding House just because of some invitation you have to see, because if you are, you'll be sullenly disappointed. Not want to understand. I don't know, like I can't really shit myself with Otis because like Otis is like she feels like a mom. Do y'all get what I mean? Right, so we're looking at the context she wrote this in. What she's really trying to say here is no, bud, you gotta look at the tone she used here. Sure, moving on. There was a report of the LCCB that a golden boy has been observed. Hag, yeah, I understand. Hag where? The narrator is looking down to someone within the Wuthering Heights Manor, but there was a significant risk on account of the Manor unique security system that prevented the before team from conducting their on-site preliminary survey. The exact location of the bow is yet to be identified. I love the sinners giving giving love advice. Yeah, Gregor. Either way, my autism is getting stronger. Unique security measures. Not sure if I remember anything like that. Right, then it's even more odd. No other ways to put it. Indeed, though I remain ignorant of the monetary value and the public perception of its worth. I do know that the golden bow is not untimed so easily to tame that it may be housed in a normal private manner. Getting a girl with that bug hand. Hey, Louise. Maybe. Hey, I'm sure some girls are into that. Maybe an older Wednesday maybe or something. He tried bug Tinder. Imagine an ideal yet odd picture, and that's all. You mean odd mirror? It can be shared that the golden bow wasn't always located inside the manor. I see. Then the golden bow is previously located in an unknown area within the T-Course Library branch. Has been trapped to the manor for a reason we are yet to be aware of. When Gregor is wild, the bug can goes wild on his own. For a woman like me, yeah, I'm fine. I find Gregor fine, but to the normal people who aren't freaks would find that an unsettling. Yeah. I don't know, Iris. Are you outing yourself that you like that you're fine with Gregor's hand? Forgot mirror. Shake my head. Maybe it is. I mean, unbothered enough. And golden bow production will be the enemy. I can't with that golden. I can't with it. I don't know how to say it. Imagine ideal yet odd image of a mirror, and that's all. I wonder how you say that in Korean. One night with Chainsaw Greg can change a life. Change a person's life. Yes. I will not be fine with a partner with a cockroach arm. We listen and we don't judge. Try putting it into Google. I thought about that. 53. No, this one we do judge. wait, why Manu? What's the? It needs to be a good reason, Manu. I see. Then the golden bow. Its previous location. Okay. We do not judge. Wait, Eugene, where's your? Hey, Manu, you're kind of. I think you're gonna have to listen to the number one chatter here. Right, then this Catherine person will be a major part of this operation. I assume the bug arm is clean. I feel like he sharpened his bug's arm like a Monster Hunter whetstone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like how he does it like that. We are both number one. Oh, really? But yes, but who has the number one like indicator next to their name? Do y'all think Gregor polished the arm? I feel like I would hope he does. To have a golden bow all to himself in that manner. And there's gotta be one confident woman too. Confident enough to believe that Heathcliff will come to the manor just to see her face, even if it wasn't for the golden bow. All it takes is one push of a button. None of this conversation seemed to even register to Heathcliff, however. I'm not one in your heart stage. Sure, 53. In all honesty, you're 53 in my heart. In my heart, 53. And I think that means more than being number one. Kathy is the Cannon Heath ship, so the Heathmail ship appears to be sinking sadly. I love it, Princeps. I love it. Let me know if you see a barber shop or a boutique nearby. This isn't a tour bus, Heathcliff. We will not make unnecessary stops like the ones you suggest. I don't care what's canon or not, fortunately. I'll take that. No, I'm number one. Why is there a black space in your message? But I'm for it, I guess. This. Right, I get it. Then why don't you just leave me behind and go on ahead? I'll catch up. So, because I've been watching the shops very closely, but I haven't noticed a single open shop. It might be because of the rumors from earlier and the fog. New shit, me and Kathy, for real. I'll let you have that one, Princeps. I haven't seen Kathy yet, so I don't know if I would like Kathy. I'll take Heathcliff then. Why don't you just leave it to us, Rodian and I? I love dumb idiots anyway. Well, get ready to get banged on your head, Iris. if you don't, I feel like Heathcliff would be the type to wear a wife beater. What the hell are you? Wait. You can have him, Iris. Bus emerged from the back streets into a rather quiet-looking village. The fog was still thick, and everything was still in that faded hue. I'm saving my pose for the time being. Even the occasional sightings of pedestrians had ceased. The very idea of color variation seemed like an alien concept here. The dog is coming. All I see are orange hue lights coming through the windows of misty gray buildings. It was as though everyone decided to stay indoors for the day. I can't even tell where we are or how close we are from our destination anymore. Have you been here by any chance? She sang. He was the only other sinner who had spent a while in T-Corp, so I decided to ask if he recognized anything, but it was evident that this scenery was unfamiliar to him. Just like I'm leagues ahead. Yes. Though I have resided here for some time, most of my hours were spent earning a living and conducting my research where I could afford to do so. Thus, I have not ventured freely the streets of T-Corp. I can't imagine doing any research at a place like this. Can't have been easy. It is quite manageable once one grows accustomed to this monochromic sight. The presence of variation in color itself is a concept alien to those who are born and raised in these lands. I had shoulders of those that I could lean on, even for a fleeting moment. It helps to have such support when accumulating to a place as foreign as this. He sang looks away to a place far beyond from here. Memories of his past, most likely. Do you ever hear anything about what T-Corp's singularity is? As all singularities are, its true nature, its mechanisms, its functions are all something of an enigma, yet carefully begun to speak. I am aware that it has aught to do with the time, though I am unsure of its use. Well, I suppose all this is but meaningless conjecture, and only Miss Faust among us must be aware of all of the answers. And its singularity is one of the reasons T-Corp constantly drains color from its inhabitants. Man, people are really into that Among Us stuff, even to this day. How old is Among Us now? What, like 2018, 2019? What's time got to do with color? If the control of time is so imperative to T-Corp operation, then they must also control the realm of light. It's muscle memory at this point. As light inquiry has much to do with the spectrum color, these two subjects eventually overlap. Like 5 years? It's like 2020. That is as far as I could deduce regarding concept of time that I am aware of. Yet, it must also be said that it takes time for me to reach Faust's specific knowledge regarding T-Corp singularity. Better than 6 a.m. My bad. Message deleted. I take that any day. I can't begin to comprehend 67. Well, we have 53 here, so until we get a 57, 53 is gonna have will be our number. Faust known among us for her maybe and perhaps rarely ever gave us answers this detailed. At least our brain has an origin and makes sense. It's like an updated version of me. LOL. Do you think a higher number or a lower number? Do you think a higher number or a lower number is better? 53. I'm complaining the new memes. Then now's the time to ask her all my questions. Miss Faust, as we discussed the subject of time, indeed it would be safe for us to move on from the subject of T-Corp. At this time, there she goes again, teasing us with stuff she's not going to tell us anyway. Go manufacture order higher. Personally 53, which is better for you, a higher or a lower number? For me, a lower number is better. Well, I guess I should be glad that she decided to tell us this much. I doubt she'll tell us more no matter how much we pry. That's kind of sad. There are people who's never seen color their whole lives, all because of this singularity. Well, that's just how it goes, isn't it? In the eyes of a stranger, it'd be another one of those poor, miserable people who'd never seen color. That's the danger in trying your very first bite of the meat. You taste it once and you'll never unknow the flavor, and in the end you'll start to wish you never tried it. It is pretty disappointing that even the sun loses its vibrancy here. Oft did I long to see the color of the sky, especially the sky that looms over a light shower of rain. Yeah, things like the color of the sky too. You long to see it only because you've seen its beauty. If you were born here never to escape the border and last of your days without ever seeing the blue sky, then I hardly call that death miserable. I don't know, chat. Like this shade of color, it's really terrible. Like, I'm not saying that it like in like gameplay, like just the game. I'm just saying like this shade of a color would be terrible to live in. Like black and white is one thing, but like brownish or something, whatever this color is, not that good. Calling him that manager is nothing but sheltered ignorance. I guess it could also be true. The atmosphere in the bus suddenly became incredibly frosty. Speaking of color, I got something to ask you. Have you guys ever heard of the color game? Apparently each type of personality has a corresponding color. It was most chill to want to chill the bus in the first place was also the first to break the ice. Saying that and having a T-Core ID that looks miserable hits hard. Oh yeah. I think I remember that. I think I remember that 153. If you saying enjoys the light blue color of the sky, then let's see. You must be a thinker and a philosopher who prefers the calm and quiet. Yeah. How do you come to know that? That is quite a remarkable talent you have. Hark, I wish my favorite color to be rated as well. Forsooth, I quite fancy color red. Nay, yellow, nay, red, nay. Now wait your turn. Next in order is Faust. Wait up. I know exactly what you're about to say. You were about to say Faust does not how much believe in such ideation, what? Or something like that, right? Which is exactly what people who like the color white would say. I'm right, aren't I? Like, your hair is white too. I will not comment further on this subject. Me, my favorite color? What a stupid question. That's naflas. But I like He pauses. He gets a flashback. I miss the Donglish. Right, they don't give Dawn as much screen time as like the earlier Kantos. The great like the further we go into the Kanto, she gets less screen time or something. The great manor begins to emerge in our view from the distance. I could immediately tell that this was the Wuthering Heights manor Heathcliff had mentioned. Black. It's the color you get when you dump an entire set of paint into a bucket in it. And that's exactly why I tolerate it. Keep throwing paint over paint, and you get black. Simple. I can clearly hear the Heathcliff is running through gritted teeth. I have a feeling that black wasn't always his favorite color. I feel like Heathcliff is saying like he has tried different things, but the only thing that ever comes out is the color black, which is, I forgot what the color black stood for. The Great Dawnpression. Yes, Manu. She's causing less trouble, so she's not being as noticeable. Yeah, you know what? The beating the beating the red gaze gave her probably did. She still remembered the butt whipping that Verity gave. I think it was Virgil's fault than the fixer. Two things changed the moment the Wuthering Heights Manor appeared over the horizon. Mirror, I need a mirror. Yi-sang, I need a Yi-sang. Anyone got a Yi-sang? Come on, anyone. I feel like seeing stage voice glitching. Wait, what? She knows what's coming for her next Kanto. What do you mean my voice glitching? Oh, like whenever I voice act Dawn? What's got into you, Heathcliff? This mirror isn't... And Yi-sang shows up. One was Heathcliff, who was suddenly overcome with intense anxiety, and the other was the weather that grew dark and tempestuous all of a sudden. Sage ain't ready for his next Kanto. Oh, I'm ready for the dawn. What a terrifying noise. I'm ready to see dawn all the dawn time. Sage will be all his waifus replace there needs to be a Kanto where it's they gender bend the men, and now it's just all waifus. He grabs Yi-sang's dimension mirror. Dawn is dawn, no more or no less, Alpha. Was the weather here always this awful? It's either super cool or comedically absurd. And you shouldn't know that Dawn is secretly a chihuahua. I believe it. I believe it, Eugene. It was always this windy, yeah, almost like a constant tempest. But this thunder and lightning, well, the weather at Wuthering Heights was always this awful, thunder or not. That really is one massive manor. If it looks that big from this far away. 5 chihuahuas in a trench coat? Might as well be. The White Dawn season is called Oblivion, huh? Because the world cannot take the greatness of Dawn, okay? The reason why she is on this bus is to hold her back. Karen can't see well. She not sure if this is the right place, but we're here. Lightning goes boom. Every Easy's eyes go ow. This manor looked as though it came straight out of a dark gothic tale full of mysteries. I was half expecting to hear a haunting cry echoing from its windows. As soon as we release the dawn into the wild, the world is turned into is obliviated. It has given up his smiles. So are we just waiting for Village to go off the bus again? When wasn't that been the case, Manager Bud? I mean, it's not like we're digging into a laboratory branch or entering one of the wings, right? It's just a matter, so I don't see what's stopping him from coming with us. Now, off the bus, Karen and I will wait outside until we're done with our mission. None of the students were hiding their desire with Virgil. Some of them were even standing with their arms crossed. By the looks of your faces, clearly you all collectively have something to say. I, of course not. Ahem. I would hardly ever dare to challenge thee. The world will feel it when Manager Esquire. Well, maybe not every sinner. We've gone through a lot of things, survived various tales and tribulations. Tribulations that could have been easily handled had Virgilus been there with us. The world won't be able to take beach volleyball. Virgil will never leave his favorite child unattended. No way, she's stepping off the bus. So, looks like you decided to step aside as our rest of it. You introduced yourself to us as our guide, didn't you? So what kind of guide just tosses everyone at the start of the journey and goes off on their own with the bus driver? Where are you guys even going? I want to make it clear that I'm not being a hard ass for no good reason. I'm asking you because I want to trust you. After all, we're technically all in the same boat. We're co-workers. I'd say the least you could do is to tell us where we're headed. Held his silence for a moment. His brows were not as furrowed as they usually are, which was the only indicator that to me that he wasn't as offended to hear this as I thought he'd be. Just like you seriously joined this company via your individual contracts, I also signed a contract with specific clauses and conditions I must abide by. I made a color almost illustrious sign a contract as well. I thought fixers were under contract like I thought fixers whenever they take a job are under contract from whatever job they're doing, right? Of course I did. Why would I be babysitting you children on the bus otherwise? I'm not one to work for free. I don't want to bother detailing each and every clause of my contract to you, nor should I. But Ishmael, I quite like that you use the word trust in your speech. So I believe that you deserve at least a brief explanation. I'm not supposed to retrieve the golden bowl myself, nor am I allowed to provide you with any direct support. The contract stipulates that I must leave everything to the manager and the sinners. Why the hell would you sign a contract like that? As always, it's meaningless to ask me why. Contracts are really ever fully understood by those that are not a part of it. But what I can tell you is that when I ask you sinners to leave this bus for a mission, I suppose in a way I say it with a lighter heart than I used to. I am no longer concerned that in my desire to fulfill the conditions for every clause in my contract, the manager might be adversely hurt. I would be left with nothing if such a thing were to happen. Did he just admit to trusting us more than he used to? Dante, make him repeat something like that. Especially when someone went through the trouble expressing their true hidden feelings. Besides, I am not going in there like this. No, can't do this. Oh, he turned the bus around. Maybe he doesn't do U-turns. But like, going back to the mountain, these wrinkly rags. Oh yeah, right. Every single one of our elaborate plans to dress him up in fancy clothes fell through. Hey, you don't look that bad. So today, Verge, might as well be. They need to hire stage for Verge ENVA the way that was so emotionless. Hey, I can't like it's hard to pin down. I can't voice act all of them, right? So I'm gonna have to like try something. Fixers don't necessarily have to enter contracts to do their jobs. It's better to have one for both parties to make sure one does not screw the other over, but it's not necessary. Wait, that's a thing? You know what? they're basically adventurers, right? For the lack of a better term, and like basically adventurers.
그 새끼들이 누군데요?
These bastards, who are they? Freelancers a better way of putting it. As always, eyed me up and down, trying to find a speck of dust, a single flaw, something to latch onto just to humiliate me. Then gouge out their eyes. That would be quite the cleverest solution. What are you even... Looks like Heath is the only one who's taking this seriously. And that is wrong with the pair of you. Quit giggling like that. Good thing we came prepared exactly for this occasion. I just couldn't imagine Heath managed to pull off this makeup on his own. Really, I did some shopping in the back streets before we entered the nest. When did they have the time? Given the dishes are ruled by carpet, there's gotta be some way to keep them from always coming out on top. Oh, okay. Higher stage of Mersault? Why Mersault, Manu? Give me a reason why I should be a VA for Mersault and not anyone else. Yeah, I'm not French, so that's another thing. I may say oui oui, but that's the only thing I know in French, okay? Oui oui. Or is that Italian? You're waiting to reveal these just in case there was anything more impressive in the nest, but thanks to the display and lack of anything even remotely interesting, we'll just make do with what we picked up earlier. You sound emotionless. Oui oui, baguette. Oui oui. That's the reason why. Oui oui, croissant. That's why. Then why not Virgilus, Manu? Wait a blaze second. When the two of you went off on your own, no, all you brought back was a whole basket.
근데 그때 과자만 한 바구니 사왔길래.
A whole basket of cookies, wasn't it? Those cookies were decoy cookies. He thought some of them did end up as part of my daily sustenance, of course. I've never heard someone say "oui oui" with an Italian accent. Yeah, either Brutus or Yi sang. Wait, why Yi sang? VA needs to be able to say Dante very low. Dante. How's that one? Dante. No, that's too much. Too much vibration. Dante. That's as low as I can go. These cookies, while I couldn't find the particular brands I use back home, these should be more than enough for a proper fashion makeover. You need to drag out the Dante. Dante. You know, the voice isn't really that expressive either. That's why I'm just interested in you being cast as Virgil. You aren't Asian enough. Actually, Yi Sang fits with that voice. Guess you could say ideal. Virg, come on. Can't we keep things nice and happy once? Let him wear something else other than his uniform just for today. Just put him in a maid uniform. I'm sure it'll work. Like, no one wants to meet their old flame while wearing their work clothes, right? Old flame! The resident muncher knows how to hide stuff like food. An odd yet ideal voice. Well, I doubt I doubt the guide will ever let anything like that. Fine. I would prefer it if we didn't have to encourage another rogue incident with the back door. Seriously, guide. Heathcliff trembled like he was about to give Virgilus a big hug. Now, Heathcliff, close your eye. I had the oddest thought when I'm skipping over this. Oh,
부원이라 생각하면서 편안하게
relax. Oh my, why? And let us take care of it. Pretend you're the proverbial peach blossom spring. No, I can't. This is, I don't know why, but all of a sudden I got all I can think of.
머리 함부로 그렇게.
All I can think of is Hong Lu standing over Heathcliff. Now Heathcliff, close your eyes, relax, and let us take care of everything. Pretend you're at their probable peach blossom spring. To leave this dream. No, wait. I goon. I guess we all goon to this wood eating. Well, actually, wait. No, that doesn't. No, that's not. No, wait, chat. No, I don't goon. I don't goon to this. I don't. I don't consent. I don't consent. But yeah, don't touch my hair. Like, let's move on. Let's move on. We need to go. Heathcliff and Hoglu is fucking canon. You have to stop. Cause no, I'm cracking every. You can. You know what? You know what? Eating. You can have the male sinners. I'll take the female sinners. Actually, if you want, you can also have Otis. Congrats on coming out of the closet stage. No. That's not a confession. 53. That's not a confession. Dude on Twitch is great. No, the dude on Twitch is just saying what everybody is thinking. Okay, Manu. Yeah, you can have the Otis. I'll take the other 5 or 5, 6. No, Otis just feels like a mother to me. Either a mother or a grandma. A feast on the guys on the bus. Verge included. Yeah, Verge included. I'll happily get Otis. It's just I'm at a stage where I can't. No, Eugene, stop it. We're moving on. Her driver can bear me another child. That's You mean her burned over? You're looking a little dark. She's looking a little on the dark side. I want Dawn. No, Manu. If anything, I will take the Dawn. Thanks for coming. No, moving on, Manu. Moving on. The Odyssey has a purpose. Oh, you ain't half bad. Faust is special. You know, I really like Faust. I like Faust's design a lot. Faust's design is very good. You know, just tracing his path to the shadow.
히스클리프 씨는 지금 단장 중이랍니다.
Getting a makeover. Sometime later, a maid outfit. Heathcliff maid outfit. Twitch is out freaking us. I carved the path of a gooner. Well, eating, you're at the right place. Chibi Road yet? No, I saw that. We don't have to be freaks. We don't have to be freaks, but we indulge in it. He's on Twitch, he's already there. His goon is over 9,000. Chibi Rodia and Hong Lu. Put Chibi Rodia in a jar. Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, eating. Fancy Heathcliff? Yeah, no, I don't like the hair. I don't like the hair for Heathcliff. Maybe the fit can work, but I don't like the hair. The hair is too much. I think you might have overdone it with the hair. Maybe a slick back for Heath would be better. Fancy looks somewhat tacky, somewhat twinky. I can see it eating. Dripcliff, Heathcliff embracing his Britishness. Britcliff. That's gonna be in the next ID. The next ID is Britcliff. Don't touch it. Do you even have any idea how long Hong Lu worked on that? I mean, Heath without bangs. Where'd his bat go? It's a reunion of the century. We can't possibly let him say hello in his old flame with a big brutish club in his hand. Can I impreg Honglu? Yes, eating, but I don't know. You probably have to go through Iris for that. Guess we found Victoria's Secret. Bald Heath? Bald Heath? Why Bald Heath? And it called Dapper Cliff. Just average. Excuse me, what did you say? Heath appears a tad more merciful than usual. Maybe perhaps he shall accept my request should I implore him to purchase me a pint? A pint! You say a pint of ice cream. Anyone can join? Well, there you go, eating. Go right ahead with the Honglu. I personally, I don't really enjoy the Honglu, so I mean, I don't indulge in the Honglu, so you can have it. Ice creamer. Whatever. Cause Honglu is a big twink dog. A big twink. Come on stage. Honglu has handlebars. What kind of what? And unlike Twink Claire, he's not a child. He's on the verge of. He's no longer looks like he's on the verge of punching me when I make the smallest noises. Lad, please don't bring up anything even remote like that in front of Catherine. No, Sinclair. If anything, you should tell Catherine of your abuse, and maybe she'll embrace you in warmness. Just to get one over on Heathcliff. In motherliness. So Heath, I've been meaning to ask this question for a while. I wanted to know the answer, but I couldn't bring myself to ask him. Why'd you leave Wuthering Heights? It's where the love of your life lives, isn't it? I was going to hear the squabbles with Ishii as well. Yeah, and I feel like and Ishii, the Heatherin is Heatherin. I can't wait for the rim fight of 641. Can we stop talking about that, Manu? That's never gonna happen. Had you ever noticed that Rhodia is the only one with consistent? Yeah. What about it? Eating like I've no yes. It's probably because she's large. She's a large. Like she towers over Gregor, and she's taller than Yi Sang. She's pretty big in more ways than one, and she's not fat either. She looks like the nice lean big. I can't wait for the Battle of Wells' son to make a cameo and avenge his father. Oh my god, I don't mind it. The thrashing, the starving, the abuse, them treating me like a servant, like I'm something beneath them. No, if you get a hug from Rodian, you'd probably be one of the warmest hugs you could get. I am here to avenge my father, it says. I don't mind being treated like I'm nothing more than an afterthought, like I'm some impure trash to be discarded. But when I heard what Catherine said, I realized that I no longer had any reason to remain in that manner. So he was dumped. Umuse Cloud with Gold Ship Ishmael and Ogre Cap Rhodia. Ogre Cap Rhodia. He at least said that 50 times in this Canto Iris. He did not elaborate further. Perhaps it wasn't that he didn't, but that he couldn't bring himself to. I don't dare ask him what he was about to say, so I simply nodded in response. I see. Looks like Kayron's got something to say about your new fit. Kayron has something to say, something big. Now Karen, what do you think? Looks oily and greasy. Karen doesn't like greasy? Looks oily and greasy. Looks like someone's had too much fried chicken. This isn't how I thought it'd go. Karen's words must have hit him hard. It took quite a bit of convincing for Heathcliff, who was severely discouraged by Karen's remark, to exit the bus. Never change, Karen, never change. Cancer, C, hepatitis C, iris. What? This is uncomfortable. I would feel like they're getting like rained on right now. Or is this normal for the clothes to squeeze harder every step I take? No, that's real. I know how he feels. I've worn formal stuff.
기품이라는 건 원래 그런 것이랍니다.
That's what it means to maintain an air of dignity. Once you get used to that feeling, you'll feel like you're missing something wherever you're dressed. Whenever you dress casually. So this must be the front gate to your former place of abode, Heathcliff. The massive gate alone feels downright intimidating. That's one big front door. It's not Britain if it wasn't raining. It is known that in certain regions of the city this size, the front gate is an indicator of one's social standing. The magnitude of this gate indicates that the owner of this home is very affluent. Heathcliff, you picked on Honglu for being a rich kid when you were raised at some huge mansion yourself. When you read that he doesn't really wear a coat or a vest like the others in his LCB uniform, he really wouldn't feel comfy in formal dress. That is right. Yeah, I forgot that he doesn't wear the the overcoat. Here we are at the gate we stand.
저는 아무렇지도 않답니다.
I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. I'm feeling a bit betrayed actually. Appears quite different today. Keep your stupid comments to yourselves. Some were teasing and some were gently surprised, but it didn't matter to Heathcliff. What he spat out was dripping with venomous spite. I wasn't even remotely close to being rich. I was never once rich in this mansion. I wasn't even allowed to be content, not even for a moment. Here we've made up our minds. And this very manner, never accepted me, not even for a... What the hell? A lightning strike. It seems to have struck an area near the forest. That was so loud. It's okay, I heard that it's extremely rare for lightning to actually hit people. A momentary musing reveals that a strike of levin brings about a sensation that is unlike the joy of fireworks. It fills the dark and cold void of the night sky with its innocent brilliance, even for a brief moment before really fading away into oblivion. Right, and in exchange it loses everything it has, burning and leaving nothing but ash behind. What joy is there to be found? I hear some forest critters fleeing, spooked by the thunderstrike. How much you must have suffered through my anger. Wait. More dawn noises. Crank up the voice. Oh, behold, a tiny squirrel over yonder.
우와, 집 근처에서
With such nature so close to home, I didn't know you used to live in such an eco-friendly place. I suppose I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of building a private zoo if I lived at a place like this. To have a garden or a forest so near this home, even if we were to ignore everything else, that also indicated that its owner is somewhat unimaginable affluence. Right, I remember that Sinclair's home was in the middle of the forest too. Squirrels, sure, there were other animals roaming about too. Sometimes when I was so miserable that I could hardly bear to even be in that manner, I'd go to the forest and not return for a long, long time. Oh, then thy tiny forest friend, little Sir Squirrel, must have been quite the jolly companion for thee. Someone call Peter. Peter won't help. Peter can't help this squirrel. The assailant has gone and left. A valiant squirrel died, and you're laughing. It's just the timing. I was thinking of it, but like, it's like, nah. It's not like they're gonna do that. Low tier dawn. Oh, but like the freaking squirrel is just. No, the look on this is priceless, and this too. Man, I hate how flat they make dawn. I really hate how flat they make dawn. Is it just me, or do they make like Heathcliff look like a priest here? Little Sir Squirrel! The little squirrel that may once have been Heathcliff's tiny forest friend was immediately scorched down to a pile of ash the moment it crossed over into the manor's front gate. That was a weird lightning strike. Did it just curve mid-air? The chance of such an occurrence is extraordinarily low. So, I'm guessing the manor has a security system that strikes at intruders? Just be that I'm overreacting, but it looked as though that lightning was covering itself to strike exactly where that squirrel was standing.
이런 위험천만한 곳에서 용케 살아남으셨네요, 히스클리프 씨.
They harnessed the weather machine, basically. And Heathcliff, I had no idea you grew up in such a dangerous place. I'm impressed you even survived. Wonder red alert. What red alert Superman is this? Hey, that's a good callback, Eugene. Who cranked the weather machine to 7? No, blimey, I've not seen anything like it. Right, Heathcliff, ready to knock on the front gate? LTG security system. The front gate. He stares blankly at the front gate of the manor. I've not knocked on this gate in good many years. Things are told, spinning our own version of the bed that you can never know. I have no. I guess y'all are singing. It is quite shocking. Oh my gosh, Eugene. I once had to wait out here for hours because they refused to let me in. Everyone except Catherine. She snuck out of the manor to open it for me. Why would you even pick up a child if you're not gonna like to whatever walking through the heavy rain? Well, then I'm sure it wouldn't be different this time. So if I knock, Catherine will come out to let me in. Take a deep breath before knocking on the front door. You have get up on your should be called. No, what I'm saying is why would you pick up a child from the back streets and not care for the child and just neglect it, right? Like Heathcliff, right? Like just going off of Heathcliff. Why would you neglect said child? If you're gonna neglect the child this much, why don't you just give it to the orphanage? And the hope inside your... Don't tell me you're getting a cupcake. No, but I can get me some cake, Eugene. I mean, that why would his adopted son be picking up if they wouldn't take it? Yeah, exactly, Iris. Thank you. Nothing. That's what I meant when I said it won't be different this time. We can try climbing over the fence. I think we can clear that height as long as we're okay with breaking our ankles. No. He was a whole bundle of anxiety before he knocked on the front gate, but perhaps this received slight reverted Heathcliff into his usual angry self. I was invited in this manner. This invitation would be meaningless if I were to leap over the fence. They ignored you once, continuing to shout wouldn't. Despite his efforts, not even a soul stirred beyond the front gate. None of us really believed that anyone would come out to greet him. But the front gate began to creak as though someone was answering his pleas. To the makeover was worth it. I don't know if the makeover was what did that. He's getting ghosted by his waifu. I mean, he did say that, like, Catherine said something to him and he left after that. So I'm guessing maybe Catherine dumped him or something, or they didn't agree on something. The heavy rain and the tempest only grew harsher the closer we got to the manor. You mean my wife? Though we have long made it past the front gate, not a soul doth appear. The bubbling sign of the center when they disembarked on the bus had all but disappeared. Silent air of apprehension surrounded them as they generally looked their hesitant steps toward the manor. Heavy rain reference.
잘 지냈어? 아니야. 개설이 오랜만이야. 아니야 이것들.
How much we must have that? Oh, okay, y'all are still singing. Welcome, Maximka. Welcome back. Kathy, have you been well? Kathy, have you been well? No, Catherine. It has been a while, hasn't it? No, this ain't it either. In the midst of this aura of uneasiness, only Heathcliff seemed to be preoccupied by something else. The rest of the sentence were, "Did you catch that? A bird, a subspecies of sparrows to be exact. Lightning continued to strike gustily, even this far past the front gate. We would have been burnt to a crisp had it struck even a little closer. We have our mini club. You better make sure to tip our singers." Let me see. Speaking of, Um, here's the tip. You gotta be lucky enough to get one though. Here's my tip. Yeah, I'm editing myself as the king. Ew. Notice how none of them congrats to whoever got it rigged, I say. None of them were even well, I don't know. Manu didn't get one. Manu didn't get one. I thought it would send to everybody that's in the chat. I got nothing. Lightning continued to bless the earth as though it wouldn't be satisfied till it reduced every living thing in the manor grounds to the pile of ash. This should have been me, nothing. Nah, bro, this rigged. Hey, take that up with YouTube, not me, Alpha. This ain't gonna hit us if we walk faster. Maybe it's gonna hit things that are moving too slowly. Maybe you should speed up. I don't know. My dream has ended. They just inflating the stage economy. Yeah, YouTube will pay. Yeah. Blame YouTube for the rigged memberships and blame YouTube for not letting me post my Yi Sang or like the fish males ending music stuff. Our walking speed seems irrelevant as long as the lightning has a will of its own, striking with intent. This brings back some unpleasant memories.
어쩌면 이 집의 방어 시스템은 아닐까요?
Yeah, I'll probably try that next time I do some more stuff with the Limbus stuff. I'll try and contest those other ones that I wasn't able to send. This is why I'm giving up on my smiles. Maybe it's like the house's defense system. Defense system. Do you imply that this may be a part of the manor security measure? That's what I think. They enter the manor grounds without permission. Sending Magical Dawn to YouTube HQ and overclocking her.
이것보다 더 정교하고 확실한 장치도 많았거든요.
Oh, thank you. Oh, another gift, a gift member from Eugene chat. You make sure you remember to thank Eugene. Eugene is sitting on a golden throne of a golden toilet seat throne. And it looks like Manu has again been missed. I have security measures that are more precise and more conclusive than this. Golden potty. Someone who's in chat got it. Golden throne of employment. Golden throne of employment. That's one way of putting it. Why are we getting missed so much? Guess our threats on YouTube was affected after all. And it wasn't Manu. Oh, what a swell day. Larger manors often do install more effective security systems after all. Hey, I'm just farming chips. Only sort of micro celebrity clout. Micro celebrity clout. It's a free gift that I send out every month, Crash. The next time I send out the other, I have 5 more to send, and I think I'll send it over on when we have our Arc Knight stream. I think our family talked about installing a defense system at our house too. It was one of these topics that kept coming up during dinner.
말이 안 되는 건 아니네요. 그렇다고
Flex the non-membership, flex the membership of the non-member chat. That would make sense. Not that I'll ever understand the thought process behind these systems. Sinclair's family didn't look that well off to have a defense system. Perhaps a secret measure to prevent the before team from approaching the matter, maybe. Yeah, but we have the opportunity with us. I think it'll be just fine. Is that really all this is? Is this just one of those normal secret measures that every rich family supposedly has?
하지만 조금 신기하긴 하네요. 날씨를 조정하는 시스템은
Funding stage PC, yes, it would be my for the one raffle, and if it still missed that one. Well, you better pray to the YouTube algorithm, or the YouTube gods, whatever you wanna pray to. This is pretty interesting, though. I heard that the technology to change the weather itself is really, really expensive to the point of being inefficient. So expensive that I've not seen it myself. I remained silent because I didn't want to concern the decision with something I wasn't sure about. But the closer we got to the matter, the more confident I became that something was off. For only $5, you can be a niche micro celebrity. See, look at me then. All I had to do was just play the new Art Night event. I get a free membership. This actually has nothing to. This actually has something to do with the Golden Bowl, but the Golden Bowl feels different from the ones we've encountered before. It's a bit more chaotic. These flowers, they've got color. Was right. The manor garden was lightly littered with flowers. They were the only things of color in this dreary sight. I wonder what these flowers are called.
혹시 말이야.
I guess you can return the color even to flowers if you cough up enough cash. Indeed. Then the proprietor of the man must have held a particular love for these flowers. Purple, my favorite color. Embodiment of Luigi. To return the color to such transient things as flowers. And perhaps it may simply be that they are preposterously affluent. Heath quietly gazed at the patches of violet flowers as Yi sang mouths out loud. Heathcliff LCB, the stage lights are too bright. The stage well, we can't turn down the lights. We need to make sure it's nice and bright for Catherine to see Heathcliff. You're wrong. There was no particular love for these flowers. There was no particular love for these flowers. There was no room, no warmth in that heart to spare for mere flowers. How wild. A wild Heathcliff appears in the Twitch. He appeared so doleful that it felt as though he had built a tall, opaque wall between himself and the world. I could not bring myself to ask further. He did not tell us the name of these flowers. My oh my, please come this way. Oh, she sounds cute. Someone hurriedly runs this way from the manor's front door, holding a lantern. She sounds clumsy too.
날씨가 참 말썽이죠. 하긴 티사는 워더링 하이츠는 화창한 적이 드물지만요.
Just one moment, chat. I just had to do something very, very important. What an awful weather. Well, T-Corp is... The Wuthering Heights Manor is rarely ever sunny, but this is quite the storm. If you make... I will. Ain't no way, bro. Hey, Hey, we screenshot the things that are worth screenshotting. Long time no see, Nelly. Nelly.
세상에 히스클리프.
My word, Heathcliff, is that you? Is that it really is you?
네가 그렇게
You haven't the slightest idea how worried it was since you left. Have you been eating well? You've not been bullied by a rough crowd, have you?
어디서 맞고 다니진 않는지.
No, chat. If we had color, I'm sure she'd be very, very cute. Right now, she is just cute. But if she has color, she'd be very, very cute. Bullied by a what?
우리가 그동안 소식을
We want to hear from you for so long.
자, 들어와서.
Do come in now, come in. This Nelly regards us with a curious look as though she didn't quite understand what we were supposed to be. What will you do with that screenshot, Stages? Very important thumbnail purposes. Yes, Manu. They're just spreading his genes more than Genghis Khan.
설마 여러분은
I don't know. Is that a compliment, Eugene? If I may be so bold as to presume, would you be our dear Heathcliff's friends?
네, 뭐 친구.
Friends, are we?
친구의 범위를
To answer that question hinges on the range of theory one would define as the delineation that separates friends from acquaintances. Sure, I for sure trust you.
그럼 죽을 뻔한 모험을
Because we're friends, precious friends, forged in fire, multiple fires actually. Your dear Heathcliff's precious friends are about to freeze to their deaths in this rain, woman.
귀한 분들이 오셨네요.
My honorable guests, I welcome to this place. I welcome to this place today. I must be all over the place to leave you all standing in the rain. Come in now, come in. It's a tad warmer in here than it is outside. Multiple fires like an inferno. Dante's Inferno. The interior of Wuthering Heights was rather dark, yet
정말 소택 안에는
this manor doth have color. Its hue appeared a tad faded from its original vibrancy, but there was color in this manor.
있잖아.
What I tell you, I could see color inside this manor.
이것도 뭐
Well, it's all bought by money anyway.
택에 걸린 일.
Believe it or not, there's something about these lanterns hanging about the manor that bring back color. Oh, it's lantern. Oh, the lanterns do that. I thought they individually buy like the colors. Like say, like this part here on the wall would be like colored, right? And you would have to buy or donate whatever. And then this part here on the wall, you would have to buy that out, buy this out, buy the different petals, and I thought that's what was going on. I won't give Nelly without a fight. Also, Nelly as an announcer. Ooh. So we have Yuri and Nelly. We need Yuri and Nelly whenever we have the spare change to get the announcer. Or we can be lucky. There's that return objects original saturation. These are quite the expensive luxuries, are they not?
또 완전한 색을
It still doesn't bring all the color back. Things still remain a tad gloomy.
그런데
So where's Kath?
어디
히스클리프.
You could please tell me of your life since you have left us.
잠은 어디서 자고?
Where have you been staying? Have you been eating well? Have you lost weight? They're keeping them away from each other. That was too much of a direct subject change. Also, teacup fucking sucks, bro. They turn colors into luxury. Hey, I wouldn't mind like colors being a luxury. You shall never know, Manu.
그래도 너무
I'm glad your delay wasn't too substantial. We have all been waiting for your arrival. Being poor and tea poor is like agonizing. Yeah, just don't be poor.
그러고 보니
No, I won't tell you how not to be poor. You can have your own methods of not being poor, but just don't be poor in T Corp. Now let me get a better look at you. The refined dress, clothes, the hair. My, you've certainly grown right into a right proper gentleman, haven't you? Quite the popular lad you are, with a posse of friends and all.
뭐
Just don't be poor, he said.
그럼 멀리서
But of course, I would not have recognized you from a distance. What if you pour and you have only black and white ink toner for your printer in T Corp? Will it just be a blank page? I mean, it'll probably be blank. It'll be blank. It'll be black over white. Nelly was talking so fast that it wasn't spared even a second to get in a single word. You don't have enough time? Then go find some more idiot. Nelly, was it? What is your precise relation to Heathcliff? As his precious friend, colleague, and comrade in arms, I cannot help but be curious as to how you two know each other. Man, Otis is really using this to her advantage. Suddenly asked like the most transparently suspicious question that I have ever heard. No money in time. No money is time in T Corp. Oh wait, no, money is time in T Corp, so it would be very slow printing. Me at the alley. Oh, bruv, give me them time or you get the shank, you son. What the fuck? Man, Eugene embodies British very well right there. Exactly. How should I put this?
뭐라고 해야 했나?
Nanny, I suppose? Nanny? Well, like you wiped Heathcliff's snot, changed his baby clothes, and I'm thinking of the right nanny. And when the baby fussy about the food, Nanny spoon feed it to them. Funny enough, I was gonna comment, I wonder if this nanny breastfed Heathcliff. I think most rich people move way faster than the poor sods in a way. Imagine having a deadline and wait for like 5 hours for a single page to print. Like, quit teasing me like that. You wasn't exactly my nanny, you know that.
우린 어렸을 때부터
We known each other since we were both young, and I did not treat her like a servant or follow her around like she was my nanny. Imagine having a,
그리고 지금은 엄연히 치프
oh, I already read that.
내말 한마디에 군기가 반짝 뜨는
Mind you, I am now the chief butler of the house. You must see the other butlers moving around like soldiers when I give a word.
뭐
Well, you were the best at your job. Nelly, I'm getting quite impatient, so I've got to ask. You must have wanted so bad to ask where Kathy was. So, when's the banquet starting? Instead, he hid his true question behind a mask of aloofness. It didn't work like that though. If a printer prints for 5 seconds, it feels like 15 for you if you are a poor sod, but for the normies, it would still be 5 seconds. So, I don't know, would you rather have more time in a time or the same amount of time in a time? Nelly's expression became somewhat odd upon hearing Heathcliff's query. And I time to recover and like, oh, that sucks then. Never mind. You telling me the world is round?
연회는
The banquet. When's that witless brigand coming? Is he even on his way? Can't just leave after gathering us all down here. If I have to sit any second longer next to these mugs, I'm going to lose it. When it's obviously flat. There was a furious voice echoing from down the halls. I recognize that voice. My, don't rush. You just arrived, mind you.
히스클리프 들어가자.
Let's join the others, Heathcliff. Like I said, we've all been waiting for your arrival. His lips anxiously involved Nelly.
파티를 하는 듯한 분위기는
Doesn't feel like a manor that's about to throw a party. They're about to throw the party called
이곳에서나
called the Heathcliff clubbing party.
아무리 감추려고 해도 말이죠. 공간에서부터 나오는 음침한 분위기는
Registered and licensed British citizen. You can hide the rising sense of dread from places like these. Doesn't matter how hard you try. This matter does not appear to have been a place where liveliness is an expected element. I see signs of rush cleaning conducted immediately before the guests arrive. Several cracks and areas in need of repair have been identified as well. Also, I was scant expecting a raucous party, yet this is quite the depressing presentation. I followed Don Quixote to the halls. She appeared terribly disappointed.
즐거운 파티를 기대했던 건 아니지만 즐거운 파티를 기대했던 건 아니지만 즐거운 파티를 기대했던 건 아니지만
Sorry, I needed to get my daily dose of Dawn. I need to get more dose of Dawn.
단피가 떨어질 때군요.
Two people sat by a dying hearth. I was about to say heath. Sat by their respective poses. It was quite apparent from the way they sat opposite one another that their relation was far from amicable. Dressed in a mysterious mask, surrounded by a jumpy-looking man who looked like he was one little nudge away from hauling foul insults at everyone. Are those the masked people they were talking about earlier in the story? The aura farming dorks. And not much aura. On the other end, the group of people dressed in identical uniforms clearly told me that they were wearing the outfit that most manor employees wear to each other. One of them stood out as he was the only one among them in a black suit. He appeared somewhat uncomfortable. It seemed as though he was in a great deal of pain merely by being here. And between the two groups were fixers. I recognize their outfits. Forsooth, they must be fixers from the Office Association. 'Tis quite rare to even get a sight of a single oify fixer. They require quite the momentous occasion to even grace us with their presence. Shh, we'll have to ask for autographs later, alright? I had to coax Don Quixote, who was practically quivering from immediately running to them for signatures. Quivering is putting it lightly. Because we had unintentionally become the center of attention from the entire room, the center of a very negative attention. They looked gay to me. By gum, that vagabond's ass returned. The bloody shame of Wuthering Heights. Does anyone want this one? Does anyone want this one? I'll let y'all have this one, chat. I'll throw it to y'all, chat. They look happy. They do look happy. Pre-frying another retard joke. Ha! I'm not screenshotting that one, Alpha. Her hair is nice though, I will say that. Same old Josephine, huh? Look at, I'm strutting around like he owns this place. If our mistress were to witness this travesty. Gosh, Josephine, that is quite enough. Don't mind her, Heathcliff. This blessed land of Wuthering Heights reduced to an asylum for vagrants and drifters. If the mistress had been here to witness this tragic, deplorable state of affairs. And there was an old woman in the room who was muttering some choice words at us while staring with eyes full of hatred. And the witless break-in returns, and quite delayed at that. How dare you show your face, Hindley? Hindley, you even have a gay name. Maybe Alpha was right. Oh hell no, I ain't want a single piece of that expired lady. Linton I can get behind more. Hindley, please exercise some restraint. Element design in these games are awesome. Yeah, their designs are great, but wanting them is another conversation entirely. Like, why the older they are, the better they get. I agree, Eugene, but I call dry aging. I agree, but the dawn is just better. Heathcliff, I hardly did expect your return. You have yet to let Catherine go still? It was clear that the two had been quite acquainted with Heathcliff for a while, but the nature of their acquaintance was none of the long-standing hatred seen from the deep history of contention they shared. One of the two was hardly hiding his hatred, allowing it to fully seize control of his words and his action, but the other one's hatred had sunk deep into his heart, boiling and withering underneath. Yet to be enlightened, the wrinkler, the raisin, the sweeter the fruit. I don't know about that one, Alpha. That's a little far, in my opinion. Boiling and withering underneath. Right, I wasn't exactly expecting a grand welcome upon my return. But I ain't here to see your ugly mugs. It's like you always said, my base nature just incapable of change. Heathcliff shoots back with just as much vitriol, as though he was always used this kind of scorn and humiliation. The man in a black suit turns away as though it would bring him to even it would degrade him to even entertain him with an answer. But this man they call Hindley, you unscrupulous shite, you bloody animal, no, a thing lesser than a savage beast, jumped up from his seat, his face turning bright red from anger. By the looks of it, you found yourself a band of vagrants and vagabonds just like you, eh? Calling back to see if there is something wrong. There's something worth proliferating from this place. You lot, beat his arse and teach him a lesson. Break a bone or two. One Canto at a time. No, that's not my fault. It's not showing properly. No orders from boss. Shut it, I'm your boss. I'm your boss's boss. I hired him and the rest of you. I can smell Hindley stink through the screen. He looks like a drunk. They expect the bone-headed fools to give you much trouble anyway. Head a bone. What on earth is that fellow speaking of? He's just expressing a explicit desire to get his ass beat. Well, since he asked for it. Oh, okay, so we're actually beating them. So does that mean we're beating the fixers? Wait, I guess these are fixers.
나선 속을 벗어날 수 없다.
I wonder what that black flame is under them.
피가 튀고. 피가 튀고.
갇혀 죽어라.
대범의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
최선의 방어를.
속에서 아무차 잠들어.
Honestly, chat, let me see.
나선 속을 벗어날 수.
Tomorrow we have Hollow Knights, but I might do Hollow Knights early and do another Limbus stream that night.
지발리에 의뢰했다니.
비명을 질러라.
최선의 방어를.
So we'll probably do a two night Limbus, 2 nights of a Limbus stream. Yeah. Good. Now I'll separate the bones from your flesh and personally introduce you to your own skull. Yeah, we'll probably do Hollow Knights first, and then at the same time we'll do Limbus Company again. A casual yet powerful voice booms across the hall, immediately breaking the tension in the room. I was gone for just a minute to get some water. What the hell happened here? This one big freaking matter. Would have been faster to go bucket a cup of water from the well myself. Oh, meself. Boss, we have a guest. So that's their boss. Yes, it is merely obvious from the way he walks, from the way he carries himself, that he is someone quite experienced in combat. Right on time. Your lackeys are lacking. How could they let these group of no-name hooligans knock them on their arses? Go on, show them the meaning of pain. Looks like I've got to give my men some proper demonstration. The boss calmly strode toward Heathcliff, then gave him a playful smack on the back of his head. Well, it ain't the first thing to do when crawling back to your neighborhood is to give a quick hello to your dear old boss. Where'd you leave your manners? I can smell the unemployment across the screen. Oh, what do you mean, Eugene? Like who this guy? You lot, wipe that stupefied look from your face and bow before him. Come on, hurry up, show some bloody respect. No, it can't be. The man wadded past both the aftermath of the brawl and heavy tension that filled the manor, that like he was out on a stroll. He just walked into the middle of it all, then put his arm around Heathcliff's shoulder. It was the kind of friendly gesture that only someone who's known Heathcliff for a long time could do. What, are they friends?
인명 피해 없음. 기물 피해 겸. 완벽한데요? 소문이 퍼지면
Cliffy boy. Yeah, we just started. Well, we didn't just start, but we're like what 12? Like how many? I need to check how many pages there are in this chat in this Canto. I'm about Hindley. I'm pretty sure they're talking about Hindley. 42. I was thinking 48, but it might be 40. Hopefully, yeah. Let's see. Boss Matthew. Right. Oh, wait, is this his former gang? Right on, you muppet. You've been gone for so long that people don't even recognize the infamous Mad Coney.
미친
Mad Coney. You've known that vagrant for long. Why haven't you told me so? Well, I hardly imagined you'd be interested in hearing about every little friend I made back when we were just another gang rolling in the sweaty, muddy streets. Wait, are these guys? Wait, these are fixers, right?
형님은 왜 이놈이랑?
Boss, why are you working with this blighter? Wait, no, but that mask, those rabbit ears. Wait, you're still with the dead rabbits? Yeah, we've changed a tad. Remember, lad, back in the day, all we needed to crack some Adam's family AIDS was some tattered scarf around one arm and bottles of beer on tab. We even named one of them beers after you, didn't we? The pub that used to sell that beer closed shop a few weeks ago. Wow, and got much business around with that dreadful rumor keeping everyone home nowadays. Oh, that sucks. That reminds me back of the back in the dark ages. No, they're a syndicate. Wait, so who's the fixer? The wolf's fall closed. Bloody hell! I suppose I'm leaving you all out the loop, eh? Well, allow me to introduce the gaffer. He was a boss of the old thing I used to run with. Yeah, I thought these were the Ophi guys. They all friends of yours? Joined some posh proper company? After running out on us out of nowhere, did you? Well, things just worked out that way. Are all them lads and lasses your lackeys? Blimey, got a walking timepiece with you too. You daft bastard, you completely moved up in the world, eh? Ophi is the purple ones. The purple what? The purple. I haven't seen them yet, so I'm not sure what you're saying until I see them. Lackeys. Ishmael glared at Heathcliff with a look that could kill, but she decided to hold her silence and merely shook her head in disbelief. She probably decided I was not worth the trouble. No fixer wears such messy clothes stage. Yeah, that's why I was kind of confused. Yeah, you'll see the outfit guys later. Yeah, no, these guys are the Dead Rabbits, a syndicate. Yeah, no, I was a little confused. I'm assuming the fixers would wear, like, at least not a mask. So, what's up with the mask, boss? What, is it odd? Trends change with time, lad. The time for scarves with rabbit embroidery is long past. Hey, scarves with rabbit embroidery sounds pretty nice. Hey, Eugene, stop it. No, I'm gonna try and ban that as best as I can. Heath mail, I'm banning Heath mail from the chat. Whenever I get the chance. Is that so? It looks a bit. Of course not. What do you think we are? Who do you think we are? We the Dead Rabbits ain't a bullish bravo that follows the coattails of some naff trend. Have you done the weekly MDs yet? No, I have not yet. I need to do that. You've really not once returned to this place once you left, have you? He's abusing his power chat. Hey, I will not have this Heath mail shipping. I will burn that ship to the ground, okay? I will make it sink. Where's Shiro? Where's Mirai? I need Mirai to flood the ship with cats. No, when I left this manor and eventually the Dead Rabbits, I made a promise to myself that I'd not return, not even a step closer to this place until I've made something of myself, not until I can return as a successful man. Low-key ironic for fish mail. Hey, if I sink the ship with with Heathcliff and Ishmael on it, I'm hoping that Heathcliff would drown, and we're gonna fish the fish out of the waters and be their savior. Well, you've always hated this place, even when you were one of us. Chat, I always have a plan for my waifus, okay? I've got news for you, Heathcliff. We're no longer the same lowly backstreet gangs you're familiar with. My only love is Faust. Hey, Faust is goated too. I suppose we've also moved up in the world. Someone from the ring would have been keeping their eyes on us, plucked us right off the streets and into their fold. We're bigger now. We're one of the up and coming syndicates. What else can I say? Have Heath giving fish from that? No. How does Heath give CPR whenever he's at the bottom of the sea drowning while I fish the fish? Yes, yet the fish will always long for the... No, Princeps, you don't get it. I will have the thing that the fish wants the most. A whale. Wouldn't Fishmel do it? She can swim after all. Well, yes, but she's too busy fishing after me. Fishing? Swimming. Besides, I hold a power that she wishes, that she wants, I hold the power that she craves. Yes. Stage wants to get harpooned by fish based. You know what? If that's what it takes to keep the fish, I don't mind getting harpooned by the fish. The ring, one of the fingers, must be the farthest of the ring. Then they're the only ones who would outfit their underling with these cheap, tacky animal masks. Yeah, you little shy. I'm the top boss of the dead rabbits now. Boss, remember what you always used to say when we each filled up more than 3 bottles of beer? What we drank were some lousy beer made from halfway rotten wheat, Heathcliff. All that I remembered came to the next morn was a pondering headache and a light feeling of our emptied pockets. You used to tell me that it hurt like hell every time one of your own men came back to us hurt, even the recruits. Like they hurt not just any underlining, but an extension of you. I knew you'd make it big one day, boss. Well, I suppose drunk me knew how to wax poetic. I knew it was you, Matthew. The match threw me off for a moment, boss. What a sorry sight this is. I sincerely apologize to you two sweethearts for crashing your tearful reunion. But the point is, while you are wandering the streets, wasting money, the best years of your life on the road, Matt's made something of himself, which is why I hired him as my bodyguard. You hear me? I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Not like you and your merry band of no-name, second-rate hooligans. I could think of more than a few sinners who would have gotten angry enough to brandish their weapons at such an insult. Ryushu goes burr. But they all seem to remember that responding to such insults with violence only begot pointless turmoil, so instead they all began sighing heavily in an attempt to vent some of their pent-up anger. Hindley, you seem to be solely mistaken that this isn't the same winter you thrashed me, threatened me like an indentured servant, and abused me like a hound. I won't deny that I spent many days and nights imagining tearing that foul tongue from your gob, but glanced briefly in our direction, and you foresaw like myself find a place to belong. We don't venture places you couldn't even imagine. Learned a thing or two from him. So I just feel bad for you, mate. What? Because you really have changed. You haven't changed one bit. Besides, the hell is that rag you're wearing? You look more like a drifter vagabond than I do. You insolent fool! That man's been saying some pretty nasty stuff about us, but he doesn't even look like someone that's worth arguing with. Heath, mate. Heath, mate. Ha, mate, did you even check yourself in the mirror in the last week? I can't bear to look at you so down in the dumps, Hindley. So, maybe he got dumped too. Of course, we had no way of knowing what Hindley looked like in the past, but we could pretty easily tell that he was far from the most suitable person in the room. Oh, suitable, stable, Jesus. Now, Mr. Hindley, why don't you seat yourself on this sofa and calm down? Be more considerate of our boys standing in that corner, watching the whole thing go down, huh? You don't even get these comfy looking leather sofas. Hindley grumbled for a moment before slumping down on the sofa, and even that simple action was stumbling and pathetic. I see what happened. He let the alcohol consume him and not the other way around. Fell into a big, nasty barrel with no way out. I've seen the same look on some sailors failing to pull themselves out of that habit would lead them straight into the merciless maws of the lake. Not even a trace of them would be left. Well, this man's still my client. Mr. Hindley hired me for some job, which is why I'm here at Wuthering Heights. Job? Catherine's holding this bank, so ain't she? What kind of job could possibly need the dead Robert's help here? A banquet. I suppose there is one thing that hasn't changed with time. It's that witless, useless idea brain of yours, you absolute dullard. Please cease this at once, I implore you. I do not wish to see my manner sullied by such foul obscenities. This is not your home, Linton. It's mine. It's my manor. Okay, this guy, man, I'm sure this guy has seen better days, but man, the one who sullied this noble Wuthering Heights, my birthright bestowed upon me by my father, by taking it from me by the means of trickery. Was your own family matter too small for you, Linton? Your oh so eager, so also noble Edgar family? The time for whining, crying, and throwing a chant to get what you want is long past. Boiled waters for some milksop who's about to choke himself to death on air. Please maintain your distance, Mr. Hindley. What are these things on their backs? I recall Nellie holding one in her hand, if I remember, and they also have something on their back. I see Mongo's more loyal than you lot. I was your master only a few years ago. Have you cast aside your memory as well when you did your loyalty? That's a dimensional case. What? So they hold all their like tools and utensils or something? Cease this at once. Mr. Hindley, the butlers have all left Hindley Earnshaw behind, as you are very well aware yourself. Yeah, Nellie has this over her shoulder like this. And you two butlers, we do not want to make further trouble here. Understood, Chief Butler Nellie. After a brief silence, Heathcliff finally brought up the question he'd been stewing for so long. Nellie, where is Catherine? You must know, Nellie, that Catherine never did like these commotions. So many guests making so much noise in her home. She won't be pleased. Monochrome, the only one at fault is the whale, okay? I suppose she never did. I've been keeping my volume in check because I don't want to offend her, but it's getting harder and harder to keep it down. There was a look of unfathomable, immeasurable grief on both Linton and Nellie. She's fucking dead. Hindley was absent-mindedly mumbling some foul language at the ceiling, and Heathcliff probably sensed from this ineffably dark and ominous silence that something was terribly wrong. It was setting in for us as well. After all we've been through in this journey, this kind of silence was all too familiar. Maybe she's not dead, maybe she's just extremely bedridden. Where is Catherine? What's with this dour look on everyone? I'm terribly sorry, Heathcliff.
미안하다는 말을 왜?
Why are you sorry? What the hell are you sorry about? Heathcliff. May have a correct assumption as to what this silence indicates, so I have no other choice but to tell you, and it is common courtesy to do so, that I am sorry to hear that. Can't you talk normally for once? I hardly know how to tell you this, but Miss Catherine isn't here anymore. What do you mean she's not? Didn't she send a message? She's fucking dead. I was hoping I was wrong. I was hoping my latter theory was right. She's fucking gone. And I don't get to see Catherine? Poor Cashew. Cashew? That means that the thiefman ship is repaired. It's sailing at full speed ahead. Princeps. Oh, you know how much that triggers me? You and Eugene. Y'all are just triggering me. What Project Moon? Project Moon, right? Monochrome is live right now. What are they doing? Both Heath and Stage getting it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Is their anniversary? What? Wait, anniversary? Linton looked up at Heathcliff. His eyes were bloodshot. So I planned on ending the reading at stage 12. But after we finish stage 12, maybe we can look at the anniversary stream. And Heathcliff's eyes were bloodshot. They're mirroring their dungeon so hard right now. As you said earlier, none of us are here to see each other's ugly mugs. What other reason could we possibly have to reconvene like this? It's fine, Stage. You're always rage-baiting us on Arch. What does that have to do with anything, Princess? To expect a high budget stream. Literally just started the dungeon. Based direction need to do his dungeons run first. Oh, my dungeon run? Or their dungeon run. I said earlier, none of us are. That can't be real. What kind of insane? What in the... What in the Wednesday is this? Oifi? I was thinking that's such a weird name, but they also have a weird outfit too. Is this a dude? And dapper gents, I guess. In a sense, that's how you know they are a fixer. So fixers have unique and weird outfits. Fixers of the Ophia Association who have remained silent throughout the entire commotion suddenly spoke up. So I'm guessing these guys will be the funeral procession, and the why the hell are the rabbits here? The rabbits aren't. The rabbits look solely highly out of place. That's how you maybe. The promised hour has come. Mr. Hindley Earnshaw, a blood relative of the deceased, Mr. Linton, you're the spouse of
린튼 에드가 씨.
the deceased.
마지막으로
Basically, if an individual mentioned by name in the will. Now that the three parties are all present, we, as executors of this, may begin to. Oh, what? I feel so bad for Heathcliff. This man legit just got NTR'd. I feel so bad for Heathcliff. For the next coming contos, I'm gonna give Heathcliff a break. Heathcliff just needs to sit on the bench and definitely not rethink it, like definitely not reminisce. What do you mean, Eugene? I have the fish, okay? No, Eugene. No, that's not how this goes. One of these days, I'm gonna buy me an aquarium and I'm gonna put a fish in it. And her name is gonna be Fishmail. It's okay because I was entering Linton. First order of business will be the execution of Miss Catherine's will, thus commencing the solemn occasion of Miss Catherine's funeral rites as per the deceased's wish. The will shall be read out aloud here as Miss Catherine's manner in attendance of all those present. Then, so wait, I'm wondering if it's a will. Can someone marry someone in their will? Will the person have the choice to not go through with the will, or is the will willing? Poor Limpton T. No. Poor Heathcliff. No. You stop. Shut up for a second. Whose funeral rites? And what was that about her spouse? Well, would you marry dead? No. What if the dead person has a will to marry somebody, but that person that the will's wanting to the will to that person doesn't agree? So he didn't know. I thought he knew. The man they called Linton rose from his seat for the first time since we arrived here. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. I thought Linton was the other guy. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm not as against as this. This guy at least looks presentable. I'd marry Catherine's ghost for real. After you abandoned this place and nary a word to her, Catherine immediately turned to me. Then we married. Every waking hour we spent together were filled with happiness and joy. We were happy to the very last day, to her very last breath. Wow. You know what? Fuck this guy. Shut your stupid gob. The moment I set my foot in this manor, I heard her voice. I felt her presence. So what the bloody hell are you even talking about? Either him or Lipton tea. This has to be some ploy. These fucking bastards, they must have... Heathcliff paused for a moment, struggling to find the words. This can't be how it ends. Man, I feel so bad for Heathcliff. Man. I won't believe a single shite coming out of your mouth until I see her body with my own eyes. Where is she? Bring her here now. What her brother said, the least you could have done was to show some proper respect for the dead. But I suppose even the bare minimum was too much to expect from someone like...
히스클리프,
I understand how you feel, Heathcliff, so please calm yourself and take a seat. Get your hands off me. You can't just decide for me that she's dead. I won't accept any of this. Not until I see Kathy with my own. And you want to enter his fish as well? You don't feel bad, Stage? No. So there's a difference here, Eugene. If Heathcliff grew up with fishmail, I'd be less inclined. But that is not the case. So I get the fish.
경고합니다. 지속적인 유언 집행 방해가 이어져
It's really sad.
무력을 사용해서라도
His woman
집행을 진행할 수밖에 없습니다.
is now cold. But it's not. He kind of brought this upon himself. So now I shall, like, Heathcliff had his chance. So now my chance is to slide into the fish DMs, okay? What are these theories? Sage willing to let a waifu go. No, never, Eugene. They did ever grow as people together, even all the way. Yes, but what about me? I was there too. Okay, I was parallel to them every step of the way. You could even say I was even closer. My life is more tightly entangled to theirs than they are to each other because I keep them alive via my life. So I should have the fish. The fish should be mine because the fish is tightly intertwined with my life. Should this interruption to the will continue, we may have to resort to the use of force to ensure the full execution of this will. Bro, you haven't changed as a person. You're still... Shut up, you don't know shite. Shut your fucking mouth. Heathcliff was gasping. The sheer momentous of the emotion overwhelming him, as though he was about to lunge at anyone who even dared to get close. I could hardly tell whether it was sorrow or wrath that came over him. So tell me, who would win in a fight? My sinners or these fixers? Are these fixers big shit or are they just shit? Why don't you go have a look in the mirror yourself? What a pathetic mess you've become. Okay, now at least Heathcliff looks presentable. I don't know, just see for yourself when you win, right? It doesn't matter what posh garb plebs like you wrap yourselves in. That filth from your low birth seeps right through the fabric at the slightest provocation. You'll very see Catherine's corpse alright. It's all part of the funeral process, so don't be in such a hurry to get there. I can't wait to see how well she's resting after what she's done to me. It's funny how, man, posh garb plebs like you wrap yourself in that filth from your low birth seeps right through the fabric at the slightest provocation. Yet Hindley, you barely say anything to him and he gets angry. Well, they are primarily just contract fixers, so I would imagine they're too strong. Oh, okay. Mr. Hanley, Earnshaw, Mr. Heathcliff, we order that both of you immediately return to your seat. This is your final warning. Manager Esquire, we must do anon. The fixer of the Ophi Association may even execute those involved should there be a breach of contract. I ill wish to see Sir Heathcliff be executed, nor do I wish to have to battle the honorable fixers of the Ophi Association. Are there to make sure you kept your promise. I agree with Don Quixote. There is no need for us to get involved in an unnecessary conflict, but I don't think Heathcliff's going to listen to us. Wait, did Bro gamble for the new banner? Yes, we did. We got a few things, Reinhardt. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around 10. We got a few new things, Reinhardt. I got the ID that I wanted from the Walpurgis, and that was the fish. I didn't even know if there's anyone who can talk Heathcliff down when he's that agitated. He refused to comply. We had no choice but to watch as fixers of the Ophi struck Heathcliff with their weapons. He fell to his knees with a painful cry. He sang? Not you. Speak still, your intentions notwithstanding. You stop, all of you. Something's off about this whole thing. Would like to speak for this individual. Was what she was going to say, but she decided to remain silent in favor of not getting in trouble. What are you doing, bug guy? Is she so strong? She is so good for mere dungeons, so Lauren just her alone can carry. Well, the problem with Ish is that she's not part of my bleed team. I just got her because I want her. Ish, I understand that seeing our fellow listeners getting smacked around like that can be pretty aggravating, but once you get involved, peace will simply no longer be an option. Didn't know you cared so much about Heathcliff for Yushu. Flicked her cigarette indifferently as though she was no longer interested. No comment. Congrats on your Ryushi needs. No, like Ryushi was picking up on something. Ryushi has pretty sharp senses. We can't just brush her off like that. Let's crack some skulls then, shall we? P plus enter it is. And with the club in his hand, glaring at everyone that stood before him, and applied despite our initial attempt. Should you refuse to let go of your weapon within the next minute, we will have no choice but to escalate to our next step. I will care about your steps. Give me Catherine, or none of us are leaving this manor alive. You lot, me, we're all gonna 6 feet under. This ain't the time to bring up shite like the company rules. Stay out of my way. I don't have anything to say. If someone's that important to me died, I'd be blinded and deaf and to all reason too. Heath, I understand how angry and frustrated you must be, but you can't. So your trap, all of you. Don't you dare touch me unless you want your face caved into. It's nap time, Heathcliff. What the fuck? Oh! Did she just knock him out cold with her bare hands? It wasn't even a pinch, it was just a light tat. He was bringing him stable. It appears that she gave the nerve on the back of his head a precise force strike, which led to his loss of consciousness. Okay, so I guess we don't P plus enter? What a flawless execution of that move. I can certainly say that I've seen something like that before. It reminds me of my family's. Sir Heathcliff had been defeated with a single fell strike. Every self-respect book has to be equipped with such a move. What other choice have we got when the child fusses and fusses for 20 hours instead of going to sleep? First, forsooth, I can say with quite the confidence that I can immediately slumber to the dreamlands upon tucking myself in bed. For truth. That was not by his own violation. We have confirmed that he is no longer in possession of a weapon and has been subdued. We will allow for a 10-minute recess to let things calm down for a minute. Then we will proceed as planned. Excuse me, Lady Nellie.
넬리님이라니.
No need for such honor. Please just call me Nellie. The contract that Mr. Linton and Edgar brought. They want to work at this manor, right?
맞아요.
As they some butlers from the Earnshaws, like myself, follow Mr. Catherine to Master Linton's, of course. Most of Master Linton's butlers are from his own Edgar family. So if he gives the order to attack us, Lady Nellie would. Oh, pish posh, ridiculous. I was a butler in direct service of Miss Catherine. Young master could plead and beg all he wants, but I won't always be taking his side. What exactly are the butlers? Butlers, forsooth. I am quite well acquainted with this matter. They are
속에나 잡아.
house dogs on tight leash, groveling before their masters. Thorn in maid outfit? Why are you saying that, Mirai? Well, at least you have your own bleed team. At least my Hong Yun is almost complete. Maurice, with her plus Mao. I'm thinking about getting the Mao Faust. Oh, thorns and maid outfit. Okay, I wish I couldn't see it. I wish I couldn't see it.
누구보다 믿음직스럽고
Most trustworthy and loyal people I've ever known, I'd say. Fixers bound to families. Nice, gotcha. Some great help you fellas are. Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one out of the loop for once.
버틀러에 대해
At least some of you know who we butlers are. It is a rather rare occupation, so not many people even know that we exist. Doesn't sound like most normal folk would have a reason to know anything about them.
아니면 돈 좀 있는 집.
Unless they're in prison where they have no choice but to work at the rich folks' homes. One of us is quite a passionate fan of fixers. Quite. Oh, I'm very pleased to know that our dear Heathcliff made some very intelligent friends. Lady Nellie, I promise thee that once I make my return to the bus, I shall have my hands on the butler figure I had given up on acquiring. It shall stand tall and proud on the frontmost row of my display shelf. Don Quixote's eyes were practically exploding with joy at having her fixer obsession positively acknowledged and accepted for once.
말이요. 일반 해결사들과는 조금 다른 해결사들이요.
Allow me to explain. Butlers are fixers indeed, yet they are rather distinct from most fixers thou hast encountered thus far.
보통 해결사라 함은 협회나 사무소에 소속된
A fixer often refers to those who accept contracts as part of the association or an office. Alas, there exists a distinction when it comes to butlers. Butlers join families or manors to serve them, and only then only long-term contracts. Forsooth, like any other fixer, butlers may be hired by a single person to serve them, and only them as well. What the fuck? Do note that our service is not limited to combat. We also conduct household management and cares as well.
갖가지 소양을
It must also be mentioned that proficiency in many fields is necessary to be a respected butler. This is no easy occupation, mind you.
그런데 버틀러를 고용하는
Yet, from what I have learned, to hire a butler is to pay an inordinate amount of salary.
맞아요.
Indeed, while butlers are always all so busy, we are promised expensive compensation every contract extension, with stable bonuses such as pensions. Many famous associated fixers also retire to serve as butlers as well.
저는 캐서린 아가씨.
I was once a butler in service as my Catherine family and was transferred to Master Linton's Edgar family to join their ranks when she married him.
아주 평화로운
Still, after a rather peaceful mutual debate, we came to the conclusion that I would be assuming the position of the chief butler, leader of the butlers in that household. Gotcha, totally peaceful. I'm sure it really was one peaceful transfer of power. It's quite fascinating to imagine that even Sir Heathcliff once had been a tiny bairn. How was he as a youth? He was quite a special child. I do not believe that I would have become a chief butler had it not been for him.
아이였달까요?
What a lovely boy he was. Lovely, quite. Okay. more. Okay, let's finish this up. So I guess are they're just doing mirror dungeons, are they? If they're just doing, I thought if they're just doing mirror dungeons, then we might not watch them. But like uh are they not announcing some new stuff for the anniversary or anything like? Are they announcing anything? Are you okay, Heathcliff? It's that classic Nelly technique, her secret technique to send us her hurtling into the dreamlands. Been a while.
정말 미안해, 히스클리프. 오랜만에 만난 너에게.
And terribly sorry, Heathcliff. I was hoping to avoid having to use the sleepy smack on you, and not after a union like this. Is it true, Nelly? Is Catherine really gone? Yes, and Miss Catherine wrote your name into her will. Her will, huh? We should at least give it a listen to hear why she mentioned Heathcliff. Sat down wordlessly. So was this matter Miss Catherine's? Well, it used to be young Master Hindley's once. Then, Catherine, that shrew, she stabbed me in the back. Why didn't you elaborate on that injustice, Linton? Share the table of how Catherine and Linton stabbed me in the back. How the pair of you destroyed me. There was no injustice. It was done in a perfectly legal manner. Bring the case to T Corp. Courts if you wish. It will change absolutely nothing. An OE associate fixer carrying a piece of paper stepped in between Hindley and Linton as two men continued to growl at each other. The allotted recess has expired. We will now proceed to the inheritance bequeathment will reading. This is the will of the deceased. It has been verified via multiple tests and screenings that no counterfeiting or tampering of a similar nature has occurred. If they're fairing it as counterfeit or not, who verifies if they're not just straight up lying about it? Good question. Maybe it's just a standard in-straight practice. Miss Catherine has requested that this letter be read in audience of the three attendees. Therefore, the bequeathment of personal property commence. I will now read the full contents of her will. At last, you are all gathered here. My only wish is my words will be met with respect without hostility among you. I hope that none of you become incensed during this occasion. It's my one and only funeral after all. I am at peace. There is no pain, no suffering where I am. So do not consider my death a tragic one, because by the time you are hearing this, I must have reached my own heaven. This is not to say that you mustn't let sorrow into your hearts. Weep if you will, so that I may feel your grief and know that you have all truly loved me. Wuthering Heights, an old and desolate manor. I have always been afraid of this place. Fear and nightmares would consume me every night. But now that I stand before the end of my life, I have come to accept this manor for what it is. This manor which I will leave. To my husband, Linton Edgar, keep this manor and remember me by its presence. And my brother, Hindley, my one and only brother. Ooh. I knew I'd be in there somewhere. Hindley's legs began to shake nervously, so did his voice. I heard that you are mired in quite the heavy debt, and that you have been spending most of your days drinking and gambling. So come on, guy, give me something, anything. This man is gonna get disowned. Catherine can get it. I don't know yet. Eating. I don't know what Catherine looks like, but she sounds sweet. Signed you up for the Abyss Trauma Correctional Facility at M Corp. What is this? She's hot, really hot. We shall see. Eating. What is this? Can anyone elaborate on this? Heathcliff's alt. Oh, you're Heathcliff's alt. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for using your alt, I guess. Whatever help, whatever supports. Let's see. Sanjay, yeah, can someone elaborate on that? I'm sure this is like a what do you call it? I forgot what you call it. Like, what do you call it? Like those AA meetings? Is that what it's like? If you don't visit the facility within 1 week after attending this will reading, they will come to take you in. I mean, it's better than getting disowned. This is definitely better than getting disowned, I will say. Oh, Twitch, you'd stay away from Kathy, she's mine. I don't know, Princeps, I don't know. Maybe she can be ours. I truly hope that your heart will be healed, dear brother. No, that's absolute nonsense. How the hell am I even supposed to get to ImCorp in a week? Of course, I have already prepared a warp train to get to ImCorp for you, so please don't worry about the travel fees. No, this is a load of shite. Should another instance returns to the execution of this will occur, we will take forceful action without warning. And dare you, plebs. Nah, bro, he got worse than being disowned with that last bit. You think? I mean, like, at least he's still part of the family, right? And you, Heathcliff. For a second, that sounded like she thought long and hard about that one. Welcome home. Kathy, Once the seventh strike of lightning falls upon this manor, my golden bowl shall be yours. What? How does she know we need that? Excuse me? How does she know we need such a thing? Like, them having it is one thing, but knowing we need it is a different thing. A golden bow. Suddenly intensifies a sensation I felt earlier. I definitely sensed that the golden bow was located somewhere within this manor. But I already figured that the golden bow was somewhere in here. I've known that ever since we stepped foot into this manor. Yeah, I couldn't quite pinpoint the exact location because I will leave my golden bow to you, Heathcliff. Her personal problem, not even her estate or her family's, just her? Conspiracy. It's weird. How she came up upon the golden bow is weird. And her having it, like it being her, like it being hers is like, yeah. This is also weird. Which sinner would give the best hit? You know, honestly, it would be either Ryushu or Rogia. But coming out alive from Ryushu would be a different thing entirely. What do you think that means? It's not a golden bow. What the bloody hell is that supposed to mean? What? Otis, no doubt. Otis is too proper to know what giving head is. You know what I mean? Otis has better things on her mind to know what that even is. I'll say Faust, and the Faust chord would teach her every technique. You know what? That is probably something. That's probably what give Faust an upper hand. I would say eating, and she learns very quickly. Right. So I would put third as Faust. That or Faust, because Faust knows all. Okay, either Ryushu, Faust, and then Rodia, or Faust and Rodia can switch spots, but I would bet Ryushu at the top. There's more than one here.
단테, 괜찮아?
Dante, are you alright? There is a second bow in this manor. This isn't at all what I... Come back, Kathy, please. Hear my voice just this once, Kathy. I'm pissed. Oh, Nelly, this room is haunted. I saw a ghost. Again with this, Miss Kathy. What did I say? I told you I would thrash that evil ghost and hang them to dry on the rack. Ghosts aren't real. She's such a big liar. Risha would spit on it and tell you to do it yourself. Risha literally can tell her how to shout. She must have what? Oh, wait. What? Rogia would make fun of you and you will love it. Dawn would be the worst. Yeah, Dawn would just do it. Would probably think it's a banana. Rogia and Sonia, so she must have experience too. Sonia? Who's Sonia? Dawn is literally the most inexperienced. Fish would feel like a fish doing it to you. You said she can eat that, but not. Man, this is a wild. I don't know how we got here. Ghosts aren't real. I'm not lying. I'm sorry, children. Have you been waiting long? Mr. Earnshaw. Dad, where's my violin? What about my X-Corp all-purpose wrench? Again, I'm sorry. I did not have the room for a violin or the wrench. What room? What's that? What's that dirty rag? I found this child dying alone in the street. He was without parents or a home. The boy would surely have died in a weather like this. So what? I don't want that gross, dirty kid living here. Dang. Oh. Yeah, bro, the answers from Dawn is what makes it the best. I don't know, Princess. No, literally eating. Dawn would probably blow it like blowing out a candle. Yeah, I want my violin. Throw that thing out. What are you gawking at? Oh, my violin. Papa, why was he all alone in the streets? Because there wasn't anyone to take care of him, poor child. There are other children like him in the backstreet. No parents or relatives look after them. No homes to shelter them. What does he have now? Well, Kathy, now he's got us to look after him. And this place as his home. I don't want that ugly thing. So you're saying that you don't want to have him, right? Oof. Oof. Oh. Wait a minute. Is Heathcliff just a toy to Kathy? Was Heathcliff just a plaything to her? I can hear something wailing. Its cry is echoing through the manor halls. Actually, you know what? I'm not quite sure how old Catherine is here, so let's just move on. I heard to miss. Close the windows. There is a nip in the air outside. Boy toy. Do you remember still? As a child, you were terribly afraid of those howling winds. That you're seeing ghosts. Nelly, I see them still. Oh, dang. Okay. Just excuse me, chat. Miss, you've grown far too weak ever since he departed the manor. That is why you are seeing things. That is all right, Nelly. I no longer fear the ghost, because all fear stems from the ignorance of its origin. Where do you suppose he is, Heathcliff? Yes, Sage, out here. He doesn't have anything left. I am everything he has. She's probably has a slight possessiveness. She's probably slightly possessive, which is great. Which is great.
오늘따라 별이 박수.
Let's see. I think that's a good stopping point. We won't go 12 at a time every time, but tonight we'll just stop at 12. The next time maybe we can go much further. And what else is there? I'm thinking about let's see. Fish and Heath will be canon. Never. As long as we don't have, as long as we don't have a situation like this here, like an ID that have them both in one. As long as we don't have one of those, I will forever be right. Like if they're not like back to back doing something together, I will forever win. It will never be canon. Should we tell him about Heath? Quack ID? What are you talking about? The one Ishla. Wait, what are you talking about? Picoid Heathcliff. Here's Quang. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Where is it? Ro does not know in Fishmail. No. No, that is not a thing. Fishmail lore is not a thing. It shall never be a thing. First stage denial. Where is it, chat? What are you talking about? Where is it? Is it an ID? Oh, Edgar family heir. Wedding Heist Chief Butler. Is this... Oh, is this what I have for my thumbnail? Oh. Wait, is this... Oh, I didn't realize that was my thumbnail. You went past it? Bon voyage. Oh, this one? Oh, Quang Quang. Oh. Quang Quang. No, this isn't canon. This isn't canon. You know why, chat? Because this isn't. It's not in our current world. I denial stage, you in denial. No, I'm not in denial. I'm seeing it how it is. It doesn't exist. Bro does not know that all mirror roads is canon. Still another L. They. Okay, the only ones the only ones that really matter are the ones that I am in. So the one as long as there is never a ship sailing for them, there will never be a ship sailing for them. And I will see to it that it never sails.
오늘따라 별이 박서. 관리자 나리께서도 별이 보여?
Let's see. Oh, I'm supposed to choose one. Faust. I thought this was my choose. Schrödinger canon. Alright, chat, we will end it there. We will end it there for tonight. And hopefully next time we can do 24 stages. That's what we're going to be looking for next time. We'll do a little bit of Hollow Knights tomorrow, and then we'll probably do some more Limbus again. And then after that will be Arc Knights. But alright, chat. That'll be it for tonight. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you on the next time. And I shall be dreaming about Ishmael, Dawn, and Catherine next.